Martin on the backhand, he scores! Another shot and he scores! Gustav Stjernberg, Brody Waters tips it in for the Bowling Green goal. Back over the middle to the inside, what a save from Cole Moore! Oh, a mid-ice hit from Gustav Stjernberg, forcing the puck free. Brody Waters hat trick!
I don't believe it! The champagne is flowing in Bowling Green!
Welcome into the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green with one of their biggest series of the final stretch of the regular season as they go against Lake Superior State today here at home with 3 points, clinching a home playoff in the Mason Cup quarterfinals, which will take place next week. Ben Korak here from the Falcon Media Sports Network with Tyler Kablitz. Tyler, it's your first hockey broadcast in over 2 years, I think, correct?
Yeah, right about 2 years. The Mason Cup quarterfinals here at Slater Family Ice Arena against Ferris State, I believe, 2 years ago.
Certainly not the outcome that you would have wanted from your last broadcast.
In either game, so hopefully we have a different result here today.
Hopefully we get you a better one here. It's great to have you here in the booth. We had Lucas earlier, Tyler today, and Pick the Stick's going to be a lot more fun because you actually get to make your pick on the call. So
yeah, I haven't been board hopping for you in a while, too, so I haven't been able to do it live on air. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it should be a very fun one. And it should be a fun game here today against Lake Superior State. One of the better offensive teams in the CCHA, missing a couple of their offensive talents today against Bowling Green, but they're currently sitting at 8th in the CCHA. Just they're guaranteed to get into the Mason Cup, but it's just based on seeding, and they really don't want to get to play Minnesota State in that first round, which would be a very tough matchup for them. So they need as many wins as they can get this weekend.
Yeah, I think we've talked about how big of a series this is for Bowling Green, and we're all aware of that. But I don't think we've talked enough about how big of a series this is for Lake Superior State. They have a lot on the line, too, and they're not going to come in here just laissez-faire and give it over to Bowling Green. Bowling Green's going to need to take this game and both of these in this weekend series.
Lake Superior State and Ferris State tied for the 7th or the 8th place in the CCHA right now. Ferris State plays Northern Michigan, who is the final spot. So they have a little bit of an easier series. Lake Superior's got a taller task to go against the number 4 or tied for number 3 team in the CCHA, which is Bowling Green. Another game that we'll talk about a little bit later is Michigan Tech and St. Thomas, which is going to have seeding arrangements for Bowling Green. We'll talk about that later as that game starts at 8:07 our time. St. Thomas and Michigan Tech in Minneapolis at the home of St. Thomas. Big one for both of those teams. Let's talk about Bowling Green for a little bit because they had a little bit of a rough series against Bemidji State, and a little bit of an understatement because they only took 1 point on the weekend in a straight-up loss and then an overtime loss to Bemidji State. Didn't really play too well, even though the goaltender Cole Moore did a pretty good job. We're going to see a different one today, but it's definitely going to be a rebound series for Bowling Green, and they need 3 against Lake Superior State to clinch that home playoff.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's been since February 7th since this Bowling Green team had a win that came against St. Thomas 4-1. They've since dropped one to St. Thomas by 1 goal. You lost to the U.S. National Development Team of 6-4 in that game. And then the 2 against Bemidji State that you mentioned, the 3-2 loss and the overtime 2-1 loss. This team is hungry for a win, and it could not be coming at a better time in the season to get a couple wins here. But they definitely have to just forget about those last 4 games. You got to get that out of your mind. This is a new game here. This is a team they had success against in the first 2 games that they faced each other this season. They're going to look to repeat that success this time just on their home ice.
A 3-0 win and a 3-1 win over Lake Superior State up in Sault Ste. Marie. Actually, the only conference games this season that the Falcon Media Sports Network has not broadcasted. Ran into some car trouble.
Some car trouble might be a little bit of an understatement.
Driving up to Sault Ste. Marie. We won't talk about that right now, but didn't get to call those games, so we'll get to call this one here today. Lake Superior State, I think, is going to be an interesting team to look at, Tyler, because their 2 best players, arguably, are not going to be playing today. Sasha Telegwin, their leading goal scorer, 14 on the season, is not playing today, hasn't played since the first game last weekend against Minnesota State. And Connor Milburn, their leading point scorer with 22 points, 9 goals, 13 assists, is not playing as well. He hasn't played since the Ferris State series 2 weeks ago. That's big 2 names in the Lake Superior State lineup that they're going to be missing, and it'll probably put a little bit of ease to the defense of BG.
Yeah, I mean, that's massive for both of these teams. For Lake Superior State, you got to find offense somewhere else on your team, and you got to find it fast. You're not going to have time to relax against this Bowling Green team who gets up more shots than anyone else in the CCHA. And for Bowling Green, you're going to have to attack this team. They are vulnerable on offense. They don't have all of their weapons healthy. And you look at the 2 games these teams played earlier in the season, Bowling Green held them to 1 goal. Now they're without those top 2 players, two of the top scorers and point scorers on the team. Lake Superior State's going to have a really uphill, tough challenge, but Bowling Green cannot take their foot off the pedal on this one.
BG has not scored a first period goal since the first game against St. Thomas in the 4-1 win over the Tommies here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. But Bemidji State, they failed to score twice in the first period, although they were able to hold the Beavers off of the board as well. And they were able to score in the United States National Development Team, but that was an exhibition, and some different lineup changes didn't really matter too much for them. Lake Superior State is going to look to two players, I think, Tyler. I think they're going to look to Timo Bakos, 3-game winner this season, a pretty clutch player, the third, or as of right now, the highest offensive player in the lineup, 19 points on 8 goals and 3 assists. He's a big one for Lake Superior State, a very high shot percentage as well at 163. This entire Lake Superior State team can really shoot. They can really score. The forwards are going to be a game changer for the Lakers today. Their defensemen not so much, but they're going to put a lot of stress on these forwards for Lakers.
Yeah, and you mentioned these are two very high-scoring teams. You look at shots this season, Bowling Green leads the CCHA about 33.5 shots a game, but it is Lake Superior State in that shot percentage category. They are an efficient offense. Their shot percentage is third in the CCHA, behind just Augustana and Minnesota State. So, again, they are shorthanded, but you cannot count out this team. They do have offensive production. Bakos is a very good one to look for, but something else I want to comment on here is you talked about the first period goals for Bowling Green. They haven't had one in a while. That's going to be massive in this game for this Bowling Green team. When they score first, they are 12-3-3 this season. They're just 3-8-1 when their opponent scores first. And when this Falcons team leads after the first period, 10-1-3 this season, they are 1-6-1 when trailing after the first. You look at the other side for Lake Superior State, when they are trailing after one, they do not have a win this season. They are 0-9-1. When they're leading after one, they're 10-2-1. So I really think this entire game is going to be decided in this first period of which team comes out first and which team gets the upper hand first.
And a big portion of holding on to that lead, as Tyler just mentioned so properly a second ago, is going to be the goaltenders for both squads that have interesting aspects either way you look at it. Lake Superior State's probably at a 50-50 right now in who they're going to start. It looks like it's going to be Rourke Appleby, the normal starter for Lake Superior State this season. He's been working in lately with, or Easton Hess, the backup, has been working in lately with him, as Appleby has, he's riding a 7-game losing streak, 2.9 goals allowed, respectable. A 908 save percentage is also respectable. Hess is allowing more goals on average, but with a higher save percentage. He's 2-2-1, and he's 2-1-1 in his last couple of games played. Hess has been a better winner. Rourke Appleby's probably been the better goaltender. It's an interesting aspect for Lake Superior State as they need wins. Who they started today, they're going to start Appleby, but I would imagine they're going to have a pretty quick trigger on him, and maybe tomorrow, if Appleby doesn't play well, they're going to go to Hess and get a different look in there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it. It's the final series of the regular season. You really can't have a long leash when you're in the position that Lake Superior State's in. You have to make the decision that you think is going to get you the win. And if you put out a guy that is not doing so hot, you got to make that move if you feel it. And I think Lake Superior State, like you said, is going to be pretty quick on that trigger. We'll see how quick, and that'll be dictated by how good this Bowling Green offense can get through this Lake Superior State defense and capitalize on opportunities.
And certainly that defense for Bowling Green is going to need a little bit of improvement from last week. The defensive skaters especially, but the goaltender as well is probably going to see a bit of improvement because we have 3 goaltenders dressed today for the Falcons. And you know what that means. It means Caution Hot Stove is back in the lineup. Christian Stover, the leading NCAA save percentage goaltender this season, 1.7 goals allowed per game and a 9.48 save percentage. He has been red hot in between the pipes for Bowling Green and in the NCAA as well. Obviously, he's trying to edge out Alex Tracy for the best goaltender in the CCHA this season. He's going to be a huge factor in this game for Bowling Green, considering he's getting the start for the first time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, red hot's an understatement. The thing I'm going to be interested to see with him is if there is any rust. You haven't been out there in 2 weeks. That's a decent amount of time of being away, coming back in, and being expected to be full go. We'll see if there is any rust early in this contest or if he's able to be the normal Christian Stover that we know and love right away. But, I mean, if we get a full go Christian Stover here today that is in prime form like he's been for much of this season, it is going to be a rough game for Lake Superior State.
Not too many changes in the Bowling Green lineup today, although we do have 2 skaters moved out to the scratches. Jackson Niedermeyer is not going to play today, as well as Adam Slinka. Brandon Santawana and Owen Ozar will play on the fourth line instead, with Vili Emanen for the Falcons. No other changes really for Bowling Green aside from Tommy Passanen back in the lineup. Missed a game, had a boot on actually coming into the Slater Family Ice Arena today, but then took it off quite promptly. He's got the skates on now and looks like he's going to be skating for the Falcons.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you how tough hockey players are,
I
don't know what will.
Unbelievable. Our videographer, Nick Windholtz, and I doing a little video before we came into the arena here today. Saw him walking in with the boot on. Didn't expect him to take his suit off, but this suit's off, the uniform's on, and, he's out there skating for the Falcons. So we'll see how well he does today. And then again, Lake Superior State missing their 2 highest scorers, Connor Milburn and Sasha Telegwin. They're going to put a lot of the offense on the back of Timo Bakos and Dawson Tritt, as well as John Harrington, top scorers. Nate Schweitzer is also one of the best offensive defensemen in the CCHA. 3 goals, 15 assists, and 18 total points from a defenseman. The highest scoring defenseman between either side in this contest this weekend. He's definitely one to look out for. Not stay at home as you would expect out of a senior defenseman, but he's quite big. He's got a wicked slap shot, the transfer out of Colorado College, and he's a big one to look out for Lake Superior State today. Tyler, you have any players to look out for on Lakers or Bowling Green?
It's interesting with Lake Superior State because of those 2 guys out. You're going to look for someone else to step up on top of Bakos. I think Bakos is obviously going to be the main target for this Bowling Green defense. I'm looking at Dawson Tritt, 6 goals this season, 17 points. William Ulrich has 5 goals, not as much of a passer, only 4 assists. And then Brandon Piku, 7 goals, 11 points. I think if one of those 3 guys can get going for Lake Superior State, they're going to need that to stay in this one. It's just going to be a question of who in that supporting cast can step up to support Bakos in the shot and scoring category for Lake Superior State.
Get on the board early is the theme for both of these teams here today. And speaking of the board, we're going to move over to Falcon Media Sports Network Pick the Stick. My favorite time of the pregame, I think Tyler's favorite time of the pregame too, and he's going to get his first call of a Pick the Stick this season, his first selection. So we'll start with Holden Ruck, our board operator. Chose Ben Duran today for Bowling Green. He's been on a hot stretch, 2 goals in 1 game against Bemidji State in the last series. He had the only goals for Bowling Green in that game. He's up to 8 goals, 9 assists, and 17 total points this season. The first line center playing with Brody Waters and Ryan O'Hara. The selection of Nick Windholtz is our videographer today. He's only had 1 selection this season, got a point but didn't win. He's going to choose Quinn Emerson today. Emerson playing on the second line with Jaden Grant and Brett Foe. He's got 4 goals, 7 assists this season. A sneaky amount of points scored by Quinn Emerson. Tyler, I told you before the broadcast, I'll say it right now. My snacks before the game came out to $7.77 as a total price. There's no 7 on Bowling Green's team, so I can't choose that. But I'm going to choose number 17, Ethan Scardina, the captain, on senior weekend, senior night tomorrow for him in his final regular season series played with Bowling Green. I think he's going to make an offensive splash. I like Ethan Scardina today.
I like the creativity in that pick. But when you asked me, my answer was pretty quick. You can attest to that. I'm going Christian Stover. He's been, in my mind, you can make the argument the best goaltender in the CCHA and the country this season if you look at the numbers. I know he hasn't played in 2 weeks. I think he's going to come out like the Christian Stover that we all know. I think he's going to shut down this Lake Superior State team, and I think he's going to pitch a shutout here. So we will have to see and wait, but I'm going Christian Stover in the crease for Bowling Green.
Lucas Kleinmeyer, our sports content director, is currently driving to DeKalb, Illinois right now, or I think they're getting dinner right now with the women's basketball team. They play tomorrow against Illinois at 2 p.m. WBGU 88.1 FM is the station where you can find that broadcast at 1:45 for pregame, 2 p.m. for tip-off. He chose Ryan O'Hara. Don't know how we let Ryan O'Hara fall 5 spaces, but we did. He destroyed Lake Superior State the last time they played. 2 goals and 1 assist that weekend. Actually was his first conference goals scored of the season, and that started a hot spell for Ryan O'Hara, and Lucas Kleinmeyer is assuming that he's going to do the same against Lake Superior State today. So Bowling Green, Lake Superior State will drop puck in a few short minutes. We'll take a step aside and bring you back for line charts, our starting lineups for both sides, and then puck drop here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU's tennis team will go and compete against Saginaw Valley State Monday, March 3rd at 3 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network's Stephen Scholden will recap the game on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey there, Wood County families. Make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio.
Stop it.
You'll hear family-oriented content including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
On the surface, that sounds perfectly pleasant.
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University, and only on
WBGU Family Radio.
Hey everyone, Falcon Media Sports Director Lucas Kleinmeyer here. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
BG Women's Tennis takes on Loyola in Lake Nona, Florida on Tuesday, March 4th at noon. Catch the full recap from Falcon Media Sports Network's Stephen Scholden on bgfalconmedia.com.
I'm Brock Horn. I'm a middle linebacker, 6-year senior, and these are my Falcon 4 people I go to after a game. So first, definitely would be my girlfriend, would be the first person I'd text. The second would be my parents, if they weren't at the game, which they probably were. Third would be my group chat with like my buddies from BG that have come and gone, so like Darren Andrews, Brent Spees, James Miller, all guys who played here. And then my fourth would be my group chat with all the boys back home. So go Falcons.
Hey there, Wood County families. Make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio. You'll hear family-oriented content, including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
Let the games begin!
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University and 88.1 FM WBGU HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Oh, is there anything they won't do?
Women's golf heads to Albine, Texas for the West Texas Classic Monday, March 3rd and Tuesday, March 4th. Falcon Media Sports Network's Coyle Withrow will have a recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi, I'm Taylor Green, and I'm a defender on the BGSU women's soccer team. And the 4 places that I want to visit are Greece, Italy, France, and Thailand, mainly just to see the different places and try different foods.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. Visit blackswamplayers.org for more information.
BGSU Women's Basketball hosts the Kent State Golden Flashes on Wednesday, March 5th. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Kaden Knapp will be on the call at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for tip-off on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hi, I'm Cindy Hernandez, and this is my Falcon 4 Essential Carries. For every day, I like to carry my chapstick, just to keep my lips moisturized. I like to have my phone to stay in contact with friends and family. If I'm at school, have to have my laptop for notes and all my assignments. And I also like to keep a little snack with me at all times, just in case I get hungry throughout the day. Go Falcons!
Welcome back into the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green in a few seconds set to drop puck with the Lake Superior State Lakers and their final regular season contest of the season and the final home series of the regular season as well. Ben Korak here with Tyler Kavlitz from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Tyler, why don't you walk us through the starting lineup for the visiting Lake Superior State Lakers?
Yeah, Lake Superior State going to go Blake Humphrey, number 16, 5'9", 173-pound junior. William Ulrich, 6-foot freshman. He's one of the guys that I point to see if he can step up for this Lake Superior State team. Jordan Venagoni, the 6-foot senior. Jacob Conrad, 5'11", redshirt freshman. Johnny Druskinis, the 6'2" sophomore. And then in goal, Rourke Appleby, 6 foot, 170 pounds, freshman from Quebec.
And for your Bowling Green State University Falcons, Max Martin, number 15, the freshman out of Tawas City, Michigan. Ethan Scardina, the centerman, number 17, a grad student out of South Surrey, British Columbia. And then the right winger, Seth Fighton, number 21, out of Didsbury, Alberta. The defensive line will be Ben Wozni and Tommy Passanen, both seniors. And Christian Stover, another senior, will be in the starting lineup today. Tomorrow will be senior night for Bowling Green, and we'll have the starting lineup of all seniors. So we'll look out for that one, although there's a decent amount of seniors in the starting lineup as well. Max Martin's the only one as a freshman. Interesting looks for Willie in the starting lineup today.
Yeah, and I love Max Martin. I think he's going to be a star for this team in the future seasons to come. He's been a little hot and cold this season, had good games, had bad games. Look to see some consistency from him in the future.
Face-off won by Lake State. They flip it down into the zone, and Passanen will retrieve for the Falcons behind with a forecheck coming from William Ulrich. Ulrich down to Blanchett. Blanchett leaves it into the zone. Passanen will chase again behind the goal of Christian Stover. Stover making his first start in 2 weeks. Missed the St. Thomas and the Bemidji State series for Bowling Green with a right knee injury that he attained in the Northern Michigan series. Puck on the doorstep, deflected away by defenseman for Lake Superior State. Adam Barone takes it away down the left wing. Dalton Norris gets there on the forecheck, forces it away from Dawson Tritt, and back in their own zone, the Falcons will possess the puck.
Last play there for Bowling Green. Maxwell Martin, getting aggressive, just getting a shot on goal, trying to get something going on offense for Bowling Green. Love to see the aggressiveness early of just trying to create some offense.
Sternberg puts a massive hit on, turns the puck over to Bowling Green. Down the left wing, shot across the nose of Rourke Appleby in the net for Lake Superior State. Lucky play there by the freshman goaltender. And it's going to be offsides against Lake State and exit out of the zone, I do believe.
That was Brody Waters, I believe. If I'm correct.
Yeah, I believe it was Brody Waters.
Brody Waters trying to cut it into the crease area there, trying to get the pass, put it in the back of the net. Slipped up, went down to the ground, wasn't able to control the puck. But Bowling Green, I like the aggressiveness I'm seeing in front of the goal right now for the Falcons very early in this matchup.
Certainly Brody Waters' speciality when it comes to playing in front of the blue paint. That's where the majority of his goals have come this season, which is a lot of them as well. 14 goals, 5 assists, the same stats as Sasha Telegun for Lake Superior State, the highest goal scorer for the Lakers, who will also not play in this game today. Emerson with the puck down at his own goal line. He's being pushed around a little bit there, but gets it away to Jaden Grant. Grant with the shot in, way wide right of the goal.
Grant's been the leading shot taker for Bowling Green past 2 games, 7 shots in the past 2 for Jaden Grant.
No goals to come away from those shots. Eric Parker with a low angle shot there, but it's blocked. Lake Superior State playing some pretty good defense as it's not their forte. Foe takes it in, walks it into the goal line, wrap around in front and cleared away by Lake Superior State. Looked to be Blake Humphrey who got his stick in there deep for the Lakers. On the left wing now, dropped down to the ice is Foe and taken away by Lake Superior State. And Luke Lewandowski will come up the right wing. Pushed away. Grant Heinman can't hold on to the puck, and retrieving it in his own zone is the transfer from the University of Michigan, Johnny Druskinis. Only 8 games played with Michigan, but won a Big Ten championship technically and made an NCAA appearance as well. And then transferred to Lake Superior State this season, actually. He had a hiatus from hockey last season. As here's icing against Bowling Green. They won't get a change. We'll get a face-off to the left of Stover with 17:21 left to play in the first.
We really haven't seen Stover tested at all early on. It's just a couple minutes, but Bowling Green's done a fantastic job of keeping the puck on the offensive side of the ice.
Lake State wins the face-off, dumps it down behind the goal. Chasing it now is Joshua Wildauer. Wildauer gets it away. Out to center ice. Pietila, it's a little bit long for him. The brothers of a couple of Pietilas on Lake State. Oh, good pass across the slot there, and on the back door was the Falcon Ville Immonen who couldn't fill it through. He'll skate to the bench now as Bowling Green will get a change of forwards. Wozni the pass up the ice. He'll pretty much just turn it over to Lake Superior State. Blake Humphrey will collect behind his goal.
Couldn't see exactly what Immonen missed there, but it looked like a pretty open opportunity for Bowling Green. Just wasn't able to convert it.
Huge hit there from Seth Fighton, who caught most of the body of the Laker. Now taking it away is Venegoni. Venegoni in his own zone. Fighton puts another hit on him. Ulrich dumps it back down, wraps it around the goal. Low angle shot saved by Stover. Venegoni in there again on the left wing boards. Fighton takes it away. Good pass out to center to Martin. Martin through his own red line and now up the ice, and he'll leave Scardina to chase. Scardina will put a poke check on, turn the puck over as a new set of forwards on now for the Falcons. Brody Waters battling in there with Scardina. The third line center with the first line right winger. Toppled down to the ice is O'Hara. He gets the puck now. Moves it back out to the blue line. Now McKinley takes a step in toward the goal line. Puts a deke on. He's got some open ice now. Wrap around. Oh, what a shot by McKinley. But it was off a couple of skates. One of them, I believe, was the goaltender Appleby.
I believe I may have seen, I think that was the stick of Ulrich there that may have deflected a puck.
Duran with the wrist shot up into the netting will get a whistle. It was a decent defensive play by the Lakers, but what a prime opportunity for Breck McKinley, who, as a defenseman, ranged all the way in behind the goal to make that play.
Yeah, Bowling Green's had a couple good looks here early on. Already 6 shots, 2 shots on goal. Lake Superior State with just 1 shot very early on. This is what you wanted to see from Bowling Green. You wanted to see this team come out, shot out of a cannon, be aggressive early, and they're doing just that.
Jaden Grant in the wheel for Bowling Green with Quinn Emerson and Brett Foe as line mates today. Explosive junior line for the Falcons, all of them juniors, all of them with pretty good amount of points scored on the season. 33 total points scored between those 3 players. Referee's talking with Willie a little bit. Now they'll skate away and drop puck. Don't know what the gripe was there. Referees today, Steve McKinchick, Derek Berkebiel, Patrick Giles, and Kyle Bushy. Kyle Bushy, the only one that's not normally a referee for Bowling Green at home. Steve McKinchick and Derek Berkebiel, household names for Falcon fans. Oh, big hit center ice. Emerson's knocked down. Retrieving the puck is Grant Heineman in his own zone. The captain played for Youngstown, so native to Ohio hockey. Out of Oakland, Michigan. Pushed away. Eric Parker with the forecheck. Now Dawson Tritt in there. Works it away.
Nice
Timo
play by
Backhouse.
Eric Parker with the hit and then poking the puck away.
Yeah, he got it away to Quinn Emerson, who tucked it down the right wing. Foe puts the stoppers on. Now pass over to Grant. Grant was in front of the blue paint, but it was disrupted by a couple of sticks from the blue jerseys for Lake Superior State. BG, good backhand pass by Grant. It was wide open to Emerson, and Emerson will skate off immediately as Lake Superior State comes up with the puck.
I don't think Emerson was expecting that pass there from Grant. Went behind his back with it, just a little behind Emerson.
Backos turns it back around. The pass across the slot. John Harrington not there to put it home for Lake Superior State. 3 goals, 12 assists this season for Harrington. Not a big goal-scoring left winger, but certainly passes the puck very well. This one's whistled offsides for the Falcons with 14:33 left to play in the first and still no score for these 2 squads.
I've really liked this, Ben, that down by the crease, this Bowling Green team is not being stagnant in their offense. They're not giving the same look every time to this Lake Superior State team. They're doing a bunch of different passes, a bunch of different cross-ins. They're being creative down there trying to get a good look.
Emanen puts a check on. Santawana will chase the puck now with the defender, Brandon Piku. Piku will get it back to his defensive partner, Adam Barone. Barone only 1 point scored this season in 14 games played. That 1 is an assist. Stay-at-home kind of guy playing with Grant Heineman on the second line of defense. Ozar down the right wing now. He's got Emanen who will chase it into the zone. Now it's Santawana who will go for a change. He puts a bump on Barone who tries to collect. Santawana will come up with the puck. Successful forecheck there for the Falcons as they've had a couple of those so far in this game. Parker at the blue line, wings it across to Korodiak. Korodiak loses the puck at his own blue line, puts a hit on and keeps it in. Good defensive play by Korodiak, even though it was in the offensive zone. But it's finally taken away by Barone, who gets a bank pass up to center ice. Venegoni forced it away. BG's got a couple of guys up, but it's going to be a delayed penalty against Bowling Green. And they're going to get one possibly for holding on the right wing boards there and head off for a penalty kill with 13:30 left to play in the first.
Outside of that penalty there, it really feels like Bowling Green's been the team with the high energy early on. They are the team that is chasing the pucks more. Feels like Lake Superior State's lagging just a step behind this Bowling Green team right now. But Lake Superior State will get an opportunity here.
Didn't see what the signal was. Could have been a charging or a hooking against Fighton, who will sit in the box for the next 2 minutes. Seth Fighton, 7 penalties for 14 penalty minutes. No majors yet. He got it for boarding officially on the stats sheet. So Bowling Green will head on to the penalty kill for the next 2, which has been pretty decent this season.
Third in the CCHA in penalty kill, Ben. Lake Superior State is 6th in power play percentage.
Grant and Emerson on there as the first line of penalty kill with Passanen and Wozni back behind. Big hit by Grant, turns the puck over, and Bowling Green finally dumps it back down and lets the Lakers chase. This is an area where Lake Superior State excels in. Their power play percentage hasn't been great this season. It's been pretty good, but their offense is a lot. And now I think they're going to take a penalty, actually. Looks like Druskinis. Don't know who it is. That's another boarding call, I believe, based on the signal.
Yeah, I believe that was a boarding call, Ben. Am I seeing?
Maybe Carter Batchelder sent to the box, number 27.
Yeah, it looks like that. I believe that is a 2-7.
Yeah, Carter Batchelder on the official stats.
Well, that takes one of those guys you're looking at on the offensive side to try to get something going for Lake Superior State off the ice. Gets both teams back to 4-4 here.
4-on-4 for the next $1:38, and then about 12 seconds of power play for Bowling Green before it gets back to even strength. So a break there for Bowling Green. Back in his own zone is Nate Schweitzer, the highest offensive defenseman out of either side. The best on the ice today. Ryan O'Hara in the center. Goes for a slap shot, but it's pushed away by Schweitzer, who made a good defensive play there. Dawson Tritt on his near side with Stjernberg. Stjernberg puck away to center. Tritt takes it through center and now gets it back into his own zone for possession with the blue jerseys.
Lake Superior State just trying to control this puck right now, not doing too much on the offensive side. They're being very methodical and trying to set something up. Bowling Green's more of a banshee trying to get to the goal.
O'Hara has the puck forced away. The whistle blows again, so we'll get yet another stoppage. 12:25 left to play in the first. No score, and 54 seconds of 4-on-4 left to play. Are we going to get another Laker going to the box?
We are. That's going to be.
Gosh, Nate Schweitzer again.
Nate Schweitzer.
He played a good shift there.
If you're Bowling Green, this is a big opportunity to capitalize.
Oh, they're probably going to make it a 4-on-3 now. Yeah, they are. So they're not going to put it a 5-on-4. They're going to let it be 4-on-3. Grant and O'Hara, Duran, 3 forwards out of the 4 with Dalton Norris, high offensive scoring defenseman. And then William Ulrich, Grant Heineman, and Jordan Venegoni going to be the forwards for Lake Superior State. Face-off won by Bowling Green, back outside of their zone. Now they're going to get 48 seconds of 4-on-3 before 12 seconds of 4-on-4, and then they're going to go back to about 40 seconds of power play on the 5-on-4. O'Hara fakes the slap shot, now in the middle, distributes out to the left wing. Duran with a shot wide left of the goal, and it'll come out of play. We'll have a face-off to the right of Rourke Appleby. It's pretty good on the power play as well. 18 power play goals out of 78 total goals allowed this season. So maybe even percentage-wise better on the power play than he is in even strength. Interesting.
It's going to be a test here for Bowling Green. It's not going to be a pushover here to get a goal, but this is a major opportunity for this Falcons team to put one in the back of the net and get momentum going their way early.
Grant loses the face-off. Lake Superior State takes it away and ices it down to Stover, who stops it into the goal for Bowling Green. That probably will not count as his third save of the day, but he's only had 3 so far. O'Hara keeps his guys on sides, pass to the middle. That's Norris. Norris has Duran on the left wing, O'Hara in center. Now to Norris. Norris slap shot, glove saved by Appleby. That was a quick one for Norris, who was trying to fill his first goal in what is a long time, only 2 this season.
Appleby moving over just to his left to fill that goal, or that hole perfectly, I should say. Looks like Norris was looking for the upper right corner of that goal.
Quick one-timer.
Appleby was there to stop it.
Defenseman Mike Brown didn't even have time to get down on his knee.
It was a good shot opportunity there. Very good luck.
Heineman out as a defenseman. Dawson Tritt and Timo Bakos out as penalty killers for Lake Superior State. They ice it back down off the one draw And it'll be 4-on-4 for the next about 20 seconds as they are back out. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 5-on-3 right now, as this one will be blown dead and icing against Bowling Green, so they'll get a face-off. So I had the times wrong. So it'll be 18 seconds of 5-on-3, and then about 56 seconds of 5-on-4 for Bowling Green. So still a great opportunity for the Falcons.
I think it'll be a little less than 56 seconds.
I'm not a math guy.
You're not a math guy. That's been established on these broadcasts this year. Ben correct, not a math guy.
Yeah, Sternberg up the right wing. He's got O'Hara, Martin, and Norris with him. Sternberg across to Norris. Norris to O'Hara on the right wing. Now to Sternberg. Sternberg above the left wing wheel. Now a slap shot. Score! What a shot! Gustav Sternberg continues a hot streak against the Lakers. Teddy bear toss here in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green takes a 1-0 lead.
Right as that 5-on-3 was about to end, Ben, Gustav Sternberg with the perfect look. Got the shot to go, and they break Appleby there, get one to the back of the net. And we talked about how important it was for Bowling Green to score first. They are on the board first here with the momentum early on.
8:54, the time of the goal in the first period. A big first period goal for Bowling Green on the power play. I believe the pass is from Dalton Norris and Ryan O'Hara, who should get the assists on it. It was Norris and O'Hara. What a shot on the one-timer.
Just as that 5-on-3 was expiring, Ben, perfect timing on that. You had one of those Lakers about to come out of that penalty box, wasn't able to do so before he filled it.
Good pass by Norris, quick tic-tac-toe right there from the Falcons, and he just beat Appleby on speed. It wasn't even great positioning.
Nice job of Martin being in front of Appleby there to block his vision. Appleby, you could see, was a little late moving to his right to cover up that open hole because Maxwell Martin was standing right in front of him blocking his vision. Perfect job by Martin. He won't get the shine on that goal, but he did an excellent job.
The Goose, I said in my preview that I wrote and is posted on bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter, is that Gustav Sternberg only has 2 points in the last 9 games, both of them on assists, and hasn't scored a goal in quite a while. He gets a goal here today, his first point in a while as well. Impressive stuff from the defenseman who gets a power play goal. That's a huge 1-0 lead for the Falcons as well.
It's massive. We talked about the numbers. If you didn't hear it in the pregame, we'll remind you once again, when BG scores first this season, they are 12-3-3. And when they are leading after the first period, they're 10-1-3. Lake Superior State has not won a game when trailing after the first period this year. Still 11:06 left to play in this first period. Job's not done in this 20-minute stretch for Bowling Green, but that is a huge momentum swing towards the Falcons early on, and they're double Lake Superior State shots on goal right now, 4-2. It feels like the puck has almost exclusively been in the Lake Superior end of the court. End of the ice, I should say.
Yeah, basketball guy.
So used to basketball this year. Wow, look at me.
Unfortunately, it was not before the second penalty was I think it was after the second penalty was out of the box, so it should have been a with one man in the box, which means that the guy will come out.
It had to be right as that was ending.
It had to be very close, and the referees are talking with the scorers table right now to try and figure this out, I'm sure. 2 number 20s, Ryan O'Hara and Grant Heineman, are going to be out there for the Falcons and the Lakers to receive the call. I don't think they're going to put anybody back in the box. I think it was just going to be one, but it was very close. First goal scored for Gustav Sternberg since the Bemidji State series. He had a goal and 2 assists in the first game against Bemidji State in the 4-3 regulation win for the Falcons.
And if you're wondering why we had so long of a break there in between the goals, teddy bear toss.
Yeah.
So once Bowling Green scored the first goal, or we went to the first intermission, all those teddy bears got tossed onto the ice. So they had to do the job of getting some trash bags and picking all those up. Took a little bit of time.
The referees actually probably taking more time than it took to get the teddy bears off the ice. They're still discussing with the scorers table on we can only assume is the penalty.
It has
going to be served out, and whether or not the first penalty was out of the box before the second penalty. So we see if Bowling Green could possibly get another power play for a few seconds here.
I don't know which player it was ready to come out, but the last thing I saw at the box was that door just about to be open, them standing up right behind it, and then we look towards the action. So that door may have very well been started to be opened, him trying to come out onto the ice, but it was bang, bang right at the buzzer there. They're definitely going to take some time to make sure they get the right call on this one. It doesn't matter a ton in terms of how many seconds are left on it, but you just want to get it right.
Looks like the CCHA officials are looking at the play on the monitor, and they're not the referees, the officials, trying to see whether time had expired on the power play. It's not necessarily when he steps on the ice, it's whether time has expired.
Yeah.
So if he steps out late, it could still be it was technically even strength when the goal was scored. Big opportunity, though, for the Falcons. Big shot from Stjernberg. Norris and O'Hara, the 2 assists on the 4 shots by Bowling Green. Shots on goal, I should say. 9 total shots for the Falcons. And, you can't really stress enough how big that goal was for Bowling Green. Getting them on the board first, getting so much momentum swung their way, and especially on that big old slap shot by one of the biggest guys on the team.
Yeah, and it's what you wanted to see from this team, especially when we mentioned how short-handed this Lake Superior State team was going to be on their offensive end. Just put so much more pressure on this Lakers defense, and Bowling Green has done nothing but pressure them, and finally got, we talked about they had a couple good looks. That was their first, I think, super quality look, where there was a lot going on down by the crease. There was a lot of action. It was hard to track the puck. You saw that from Appleby. He was having trouble figuring out where that puck exactly was, and Bowling Green capitalized on it, got the look, finished the look. And that's something that we were talking about earlier, that Bowling Green's had so many looks the past few games. It's just been they haven't been able to capitalize on those quality looks. They get one done here early.
Still looking at what time this is going to be. It must be closer than either Tyler or I thought. Stjernberg's going to skate over now and see if he can dissect what's going on. Heinman's still standing over there for
because I can't
Lakers.
think of anything else they would be looking at right now.
Yeah, I can't believe it would be anything.
If it was a clock issue, it wouldn't have taken this long.
They wouldn't be reviewing it. There was nobody close to the blue paint really, or anybody interfering with Appleby and his ability to make that save. And if it was their own review, they would have announced it to the rest of the arena.
Yeah. So, yeah, it definitely wasn't anyone interfering. Talked about Max Martin. He was a good probably foot or two in front of Appleby.
We'll talk about our Falcon Media Sports Network Pick the Stick real quick, because Lucas Kleinmeyer, after winning twice last week against Bemidji State in Pick the Stick, wins or is leading again today with a half a point, although Christian Stover
You hate to see it.
Yeah, I know. But Christian Stover currently has all 3 of his, or both of his points, I should say. Stover gets 2 for 1.7 goals against average. So he can only lose a point as he gives up goals throughout this game. O'Hara's already got a half for Lucas, who is on the way to women's basketball, men's basketball tomorrow as well on Falcon Radio. 1:45 for pregame, 2 p.m. for tip-off. Foster Rossai and Holden Ruck on the call from the Stroh Center. My gosh, I've never seen a longer
I
review.
almost wish I started a stopwatch at the beginning of this, because this has been,
It's been a good 5, 6 minutes.
6, 7 minutes maybe?
Gotta be. We could have set it to break and been saving our voices.
Gave Holden Ruck the day off, it appears.
I know, all right. Thank you to Holden Ruck for board operating this game as well. Special thank you to him for taking some time out of his night. Tyler, we'll thank you in advance for board operating our game tomorrow. You're going to be helping out with intermissions as well, I believe, correct?
I will be. I'll be going straight from the Stroh earlier in the day, writing the recap for the big BGSU men's basketball game against Ball State, to board opping that second one. So you will hear my voice on the air once again tomorrow night.
Always a good thing to hear Tyler Kavalitz's voice, and you will hear a unfamiliar voice as well. We had him on earlier in the season, but in the first intermission, our sponsor of BGSU hockey travel this season is Rick Crow. Donated a lot of money for us to be traveling with BGSU hockey. We've completed our road regular season schedule for the Falcons. We can only hope that all of the games in the postseason are here. Chances are they won't be, but Rick's going to be on the call at the first intermission, talking to us about some of that stuff, some of what he's seen on the game, and giving some thanks to Rick for sponsoring our travel.
Seeing some movement now down there. Bowling Green coming back out on the ice, just getting their...
I think their guys are just skating around.
Yeah, just getting their legs loose once again.
Okay, the referee is now in the Lake Superior State box talking to the CCHA official in there. BG is pretty much skating around like they are in warm-ups. Fans are getting restless as well, and I don't blame them, because I think you can hear Tyler and I doing the same.
Yeah, I mean, this has been
now they're out.
One of the longest waits for a call that I can imagine in any sport, let alone hockey.
Referee talking to the Lake Superior State bench first, talking to Damon Witten, head coach of the Lakers. And he'll probably talk to Willie and the next couple, as Berkebile will now skate over to the Bowling Green bench and talk to the Falcon head coach.
It's got to be tough to be Stover Appleby right now, just standing in front of the goal for almost 10 minutes, just doing nothing but pacing back and forth.
As well just skate laps or something, you know.
Appleby right now is just sitting on a knee with his stick out there, and Stover's now wandering around that goal.
Skated along the goal line. As this one, even now that they're officially talking to the coaches,
we gotta be
still taking forever.
We got to be about 10 minutes.
We got to be
on this
10
one.
minutes in.
Have to be. I don't know if Holden Rock can give us a number if he's been tracking it all.
He's probably asleep at this point.
Probably.
11:06 left to play in the first. 1-0 Bowling Green. If anybody has forgotten in the last 10 minutes, Gustav Stjernberg with a power play slap shot from above the left wing wheel. Dalton Norris with the first pass. Ryan O'Hara with the lead pass to Dalton Norris. Good play for Bowling Green. The referees were trying to sort out whether or not it was a 5-on-3 for BG during the power play, trying to sort out whether or not there should still be a man in the box for Lake Superior State, and if Bowling Green's going to head back on the power play after the goal scored.
I mean, this must have been something that was nanoseconds if we're taking this long.
At a certain point, you just think to yourself, make it 5-on-5, you know? I mean, I'm sure Willie would agree with you that you keep the hot streak.
I mean, you love to have the right decision, but if you're Bowling Green, this really hurts you. You had the momentum after that goal, and now you just got to sit there, let Lake Superior reset, let them get another game plan going, let them get their legs back under them. When you were on the offensive, you were pressuring them that entire time, and you're going to have more of an equal game when we come back probably because of that.
Stover just skated over to Ben Wozni on the bench, asking him what's going on. And
11 minutes
the goal
old.
is 11 minutes old. My gosh.
So if we count 1 minute for the teddy bear toss there, we got about 10:30.
We've been sitting here talking about this review longer than we've had gameplay in this first period. Officially, Stover looks very frustrated over there on the bench of Bowling Green.
Can't blame him.
Looks like a bunch of Falcons are too. At this point, fellas, just resume play. If this is really about the power play thing, just make it 5-on-5. Put the guys back on the ice.
I expect both teams to be so aggressive out of this break because of the restlessness of waiting around. Neither team wants to do this. Neither team, maybe Lake Superior State wanted a couple-minute break. Neither team wants to be just sitting there for 10-plus minutes. They want to be out there on the ice with the action, getting things going. So I expect both teams to, I mean, we got the officials huddled up back again, Ben.
Gosh. I actually can't believe this.
I mean, there has to be something else. There has
because
to be
now we're
something.
flirting with, if we send it to break, they're going to, okay, they might have it now.
Might. We'll see.
Now they're talking to Damon Witten. They're talking to Willie. No announcement yet. The linesman, everybody on the ice is either a goalie or on the bench.
Stover's back in the crease.
The box is open for Lake Superior State, just slightly cracked.
It is.
Don't know if that means anything.
Bowling Green's completely shut.
The penalty would be Nate Schweitzer, the one that would be in the box if they put somebody back in.
Lake Superior State now going onto the ice, moving around a little bit.
They've got 6 guys on the ice, 7 now, so I think they're just skating around to get some movement going. Willie's still talking to the referee. I mean, I just cannot, I cannot believe this.
We got to be, 13 minutes now?
It has to be
approaching
something like
15
that.
at this point?
Gotta be something.
This crowd, like you said, is restless at this point. The band hasn't played anything about 5.
Yeah.
They were going strong for the first 10.
I mean, you had all the momentum off of a powerful slap shot. by Stjernberg from the left wing.
Might be getting an announcement here soon.
Yeah, it looks like Willie's getting into it. So what I'm thinking is they're going to take the Laker out of the box, and we're just going to have 5-on-5 because Willie doesn't look too happy about it. And if that is the case, then I don't know. I'm not going to try and speculate anymore because this has taken about 11 minutes longer than I believe it should have.
Looks like we're getting close here now.
Now back on the ice are a couple of Falcons. Looks like 5 Falcons. Looks like 5 Lakers. And some half-hearted applause from the Falcon fans so we can play hockey again. 11:06 left to play in the first. 1-0 Bowling Green on the slap shot from Gustav Stjernberg on the power play. The second power play, I should specify. Stjernberg, his pass up is long. Grant will chase it down into the zone. Taking it away is Nate Schweitzer. Schweitzer ices it back around. Grant goes for the body. It's flipped up into center ice. Down the right wing. Brandon Piku. Oh, where's a bump by Stjernberg. Piku with a good pass, and it's intercepted by Dalton Norris before it can get to the slot. Emerson up the right wing. Being defended by number 4 for Lake Superior State, Jacob Conrad. Conrad wings it back around. The Bowling Green forechecker is a little bit wide of it. Dawson Tritt flips it up, and Luke Lewandowski will have to chase it back down. Passanen playing on what we can only assume is a bum right leg. Now here's a turnover. Falcon shot is off the Falcon stick, I should say, by Carter Batchelder and up into the netting. But Tommy Passanen playing with a bum right leg, we believe, came into the arena today with a boot. Seems to be skating okay, though, and he's played a good amount of shifts as well.
Haven't noticed anything odd. And, you know, that timeout really felt like an intermission. We're gonna get 3 intermissions.
3 intermissions tonight, yeah. Much less if the game goes to overtime. Again, 3 points for Bowling Green to clinch home playoff and the Mason Cup next week. Falcon Media Sports Network will have broadcasts for that. Shot across the nose of Stover. Back out to the blue line. Mike Brown takes a step in and has to play the puck. He's getting tied up with Brody Waters on the near side boards. This shot in, kicked away with a stick by Stover. O'Hara pass up to center ice. Duran is a little bit long for him. It'll be an icing against Bowling Green as Brown was chasing that one down and was the first one there.
Right now we're seeing the result of that break. Bowling Green had all the momentum when they went to go do that review, and it's been Lake Superior State with the momentum out of the timeout. They've gotten 2 or 3 shots on Stover, 1 or 2 of them on goal here, and they've had the puck in Bowling Green's defensive side nearly the entire time since we came back.
First line of offenders for Bowling Green, Duran, Waters, and O'Hara. O'Hara chases this one down the left wing. He's the lead one into the zone. A lot of speed down the left wing, poked away by Adam Barone with a good defensive play on that poke check. Heinman's down there as well. It's chipped up way in the air. O'Hara forces the defender away. BG with the puck on the right wing. Emanen into Parker. Parker with a shot, bank shot down. O'Hara and Waters will be there. Waters on the right wing, down to O'Hara at the goal line. He's still battling with Adam Barone, who's pretty much man-marking Ryan O'Hara. This shot in is deflected away by Appleby. A bouncing shot over into the kicker of the freshman tender for Lakers. Off the glass, out of the zone. BG will have to chase it down. Foot race between Eric Parker and, oh wow, they whistled that one off fast. Batchelder looked like he had an even chance at getting to that puck.
Don't love that whistle, but I love the shot there on the last play by Bowling Green, just throwing it into a ton of action, ton of chance for a deflection there. They didn't get the right bounce. But I love the look. I think you go for that opportunity every time you get it, and Bowling Green did.
Batchelder's not too happy about that either. Talking to the referee as they skate back down into the right wing face-off circle of Lake Superior State. Face-off is won by Bowling Green. Grant down to Foe. Foe behind the net. It'll be chased now by Emerson. Emerson dumps it back down for the Falcons to go chase. Grant gains position. Piku looks to peel it off the boards. It's there for Batchelder. Batchelder still battling out there. He's been one of the most namely guys in this game for the Lakers. Foe with a good pass down to the goal line, but disrupted by Piku, who got his stick in there. Piku, a sophomore out of Harrison Township, Michigan. A lot of Michiganders on this Lake Superior State team, understandably, of course. To the left wing, taking it in. Harrington, shot save, and now Stover with another kick save on the back end of the rebound. Foe stick handles around the defenders. Harrington giving a big bump on Foe, and he'll pass it across to Stjernberg on the right wing.
Beautiful job in the second save by Stover. He came out a little bit out of that crease, and there was a good look for Lake Superior State off the rebound. And Stover getting the deflection out there to keep it from going to the back of the net. Tremendous job by Christian Stover, and that's why he's been so good this year.
Couple of good saves from either goaltender. 5 for Stover, no goals allowed. 4 for Appleby, and 1 goal allowed as Bowling Green leads 1-0 on a power play goal through halfway through the first period. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swamp Players. For over 50 years, Black Swamp Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswamplayers.org.
Wake up every weekday with WBGU and The Morning Show. The Morning Show is a community resource for weekly events, news, sports, weather, interviews with community officials and organizations, birthday and anniversary announcements, and more. The Morning Show broadcasts live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from the Killeen Center at Bowling Green State University. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Bowling Green leading 1-0 over Lake Superior State. A big series for both sides. We had a goal a couple minutes ago by Gustav Stjernberg, actually probably 15 minutes ago at this point.
Almost 20, I would think.
That wasn't that much different in gameplay, probably only about 3 minutes or so. But we had a long break there by the referee sorting something out, and that kind of swung momentum the other way for Bowling Green even after that goal.
Yeah, I mean, you look at about the first 10 minutes of that period is when we stopped. I believe it was 11:08, somewhere around there. Bowling Green was leading in total shots 93. They were leading in shots on goal 4-2. Right now, after the past about 3 minutes of action, with Lake Superior State dominating the puck, they've almost caught up in shots. Bowling Green leads just 10-7 in total shots. They've been outshot 4-1 during this short period, and Lake Superior State now even on shots and goal 5-5.
Pietola dumps it back down. Lake Superior State in their own end, which the puck has been a lot in the defensive end of Lake Superior State in this game. Ozar flips up the ice toward Appleby. Appleby will just glove with Emanen in his face, and he'll opt for a face-off to his right. 7:47 left to play in the first period. Still a big one for Bowling Green and Lake Superior State. The Lakers looking to climb out of the cellar in the Mason Cup playoffs. They've clinched the playoffs, just trying to make sure they don't play Minnesota State in the first round. And Bowling Green, of course, with 3 points, can clinch a home playoff, which would be so big for the Falcons in the community, given their last home playoff was 2 years ago, and quite an upsetting one at that.
It was very upsetting the way both games ended, and you would love this city, would love to have another home game.
Duran wraps it all the way around. His wrist shot is high of the goal. Might have been deflected in front by a Laker defenseman as well. Now pass over to center. Duran back out to the wing. Now takes it down to the goal line. Duran, backhand pass into Waters. What a chance and what a pass by Ben Duran. But Waters can't complete the play. Is blocked by Appleby. Now the puck still on the left door. Now pass across the nose of Appleby, and Schweitzer will kick it around to the blue line. Bowling Green Lakers battling for it on the right wing boards. Parker's in there for the Falcons, as well as a couple of forwards, a couple of Lakers as well. Big puck possession, Bowling Green. Waters guarding the blue line with Breck McKinley. Now down to some open ice is O'Hara, and it's tangled right back up. Waters takes it away. Duran is there. Out to the blue line, Parker. Parker dumps it back in. It's in the slot. Waters with the shot is away from Nate Schweitzer. Now stepping in, Blake Humphreys there. Outside of the blue line, John Harrington, his pass up, back into central ice. And now Mike Brown ranges down the right wing. The defenseman down to the goal line. Backhand try. Now another one on the rebound. Scardina up to Max Martin on the left wing. It was a good stop by Bowling Green defensively. Martin weaseling through. He gets bumped away from the play. And now a turn back over. That's some fast play we've seen the last couple of seconds.
It is that last save by Christian Silver. A beautiful kick save with his right foot.
Oh, what a shot and a goal for Lake Superior State. That was a flurry and a half the other way for the Lakers and Bowling Green. It looked like a backhander from Timo Bakos.
Looked like a shot in from the right side, maybe another one off the rebound, got Stover out of position. He almost spun around completely, just wasn't able to get back up and block that shot going in high. That was the last possession for Bowling Green on their offensive side. Was great in just better defense by Appleby, and Lake Superior State came with a flurry there, just got a perfect opportunity, a perfect look against an out-of-place Stover and capitalized.
Looked like Stover just made the original save and then got spun around, and Falcon defense just couldn't get their sticks tied up in time as the goal was wide open for a minute. I think Stover might have already also lost the puck. Luke Lewandowski is going to get one assist.
You know, the sequence before where Stover had that kick save, it also looked like the Bowling Green defenders were just lacking a little step behind. They weren't there to block that offensive movement by Lake Superior State. It was a fantastic save by Stover to keep the first goal attempt from going in, and just couldn't do enough to keep that one out. That was just a perfect setup opportunity by Lake Superior State. And if you're Bowling Green, you got to shake that off and find a way to get the puck back on the offensive side and get some good looks on Appleby.
Bakos' 9th goal of the season. The 7th assist by Luke Lewandowski, only 1 assist on that play. Deflected into the slot. O'Hara was there playing the deep man, passing it up. This lead pass is up. Good defensive play by passing it on the recovery. There was a 2-on-1 the other way for the Lakers. It's going to be an offsides against Lake Superior State. And it's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone. 5:43 left to play in the first, and a tie game, 1-1.
And if you look at the stats now, Ben, Lake Superior State ahead in shots on goal, 7-6. Over the past couple of minutes, Lake Superior has outshot the Falcons on the goal. Looks like about 5-2 shots on goal over the past, I would say, about 6 minutes for Lake Superior State.
Stover plays the puck, rings it back around outside of the blue line, but playable for the Lakers. They dump it back down. Bowling Green with firm possession. Parker with a bad pass. Emanen takes it away and gets it up the ice. Now Lakers with the puck again. Down the right wing is Johnny Druskinis. Druskinis wears a check and is taken away by Emanen. Ozar up the right wing. He's with Santawana. His pass over, covered up by Appleby in the goal, as McKinley was ranging in from the blue line. He's got a little bit deep in the offensive zone today for Bowling Green, but a couple of real nice chances for him, and he was just a step late on another one right there.
Definitely was. Feels like Bowling Green just hasn't been able to get the quality looks the past few minutes. They're getting looks, they're getting shots on goal. They're just not getting quality ones that are really going to result in any goal. It's not really efficient pressure from Bowling Green right now. It's just pressure at this point.
Fighting behind the goal, backhand pass, but he's tied up by Mike Brown, the redshirt junior. 6'3", 215, quite a large margin, bigger than Fighton. Martin, good move, outside, shot, score! What a goal by Max Martin! He pulled it out to the outside. What a wrister to give Bowling Green a 1-0 lead.
I mean, Max Martin, a little crossover move to get to his left, to get the wrister in the upper left side of the goal. What a tremendous shot and move before the shot there by Max Martin. The potential in this kid is insane, and he puts Bowling Green back out ahead, Ben.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting goal by Max Martin. I mean, I'm just hoping that they show the replay.
That is up there for goal of the year based on what I just saw.
There you go. Oh, my gosh. What a move.
What a move by Max Martin.
Broke the ankles of Jordan Venegoni, who was perfectly placed, actually. And Martin pulls it to the outside, more on the left wing of Appleby, and beats him on the wrister. I mean, that's a highlight reel if I've ever seen one.
And that was that quality look that we were looking for Bowling Green to get, Ben. And they created it themselves. They didn't wait for Lake Superior State to have a miscue on defense. It was Max Martin taking it into his own hands, putting the defenders out of position, getting himself a clean, open look, and finishing on it to put Bowling Green back ahead here in the first period.
Fighton and Scardina, the 2 assists. The 5th for Fighton, the 7th for Scardina. As My Pick the Stick gets a point. Now another one. Quinn Emerson back behind the goal. Big one for Bowling Green to get the momentum swinging their way. Jaden Grant, open ice now on the left wing. Dumps it back down for Emerson to chase. Putting a hit on is Heinman. Heinman forces the puck away. Piku looking in. Bowling Green keeps it inside the blue line, however, and back down behind. They're spending a lot of time behind the goal of Rourke Appleby. Whether the defense is forcing them back there or that's the game plan by Bowling Green, who's to say?
I think a little bit of combination of both would probably be the answer.
Wozni bats the puck down. Stjernberg will retrieve behind the goal. He's bumped up. And out to Duran. Duran in center ice. Haven't seen a lot of play from this first line in this game so far. Duran hasn't touched the puck too much. Although it is the scoring line, Ryan O'Hara had an assist on the Gustav Stjernberg goal in the power play.
Nice hit by Duran on the boards there to the right of the goal.
Backos down again. He's got credit for the only goal of the Lakers game. And this one's covered up by Stover with 3:30 left to play in the first. 2-1 Bowling Green lead. Nice to see some real goal scoring happening in the first period for the Falcons. After that first one, seems like the floodgates kind of opened.
Yeah, it really felt like the momentum got sucked out of them after that break, and Lake Superior State was the team that came out with more energy. But Bowling Green, I think that goal woke them up. I think it woke their offense up, and they responded. Maxwell Martin, we can't talk enough about that goal. That is up there for goal of the year.
Quite possibly. Definitely a highlight reel. Hoping our videographer Nick Windholt's got a good clip of that one in the corner over there. I can see him on the left wing corner of the Bowling Green offensive end. Perfectly placed for that goal.
You'll have to head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel after this one to see his capture of that goal. See it for yourselves.
Good plug by Tyler. Centering pass by Comrade. Nobody there in a blue jersey to pick it up. This one's played by Druskinis. Druskinis, again, a transfer from the University of Michigan to Lake Superior State this season. 4 goals, 5 assists for the first line right defenseman, playing with Jacob Conrad. Shot in, beat Stover actually, but it misses the goal and goes to the half wall behind. Blanchett with a shot in, wide right of the goal. Now taking it away again is Humphrey. Blake Humphrey, pass out to the blue line. Offensive stand here for the Lakers, their first in a while, and O'Hara with a good pass out to Waters. Brody Waters through center, takes the contact, pass over through the slot. Duran is there to try and force the puck free, but it's knocked back down behind the goal. Out to the blue line, Norris and O'Hara. Oh, that's going to be a tripping against Bowling Green. Norris got his stick a little bit too low. Falcons are going to get the puck back, and we're going to get only 17 seconds of even strength after Bowling Green attempts to kill off this 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there. Just wasn't so much intentional as it was just kind of wrong place, wrong time there for Dalton Norris. On that last one, trying to get a pass into Duran there. Just good defense by Lake Superior State. Would have been another solid look for Bowling Green if they could have executed that pass. But now they face a situation here where they are down a man.
They're putting a pretty good power play unit on the ice for the Lakers. Certainly a high offensive team. The power play is just below 200 this season, and they are missing Sasha Telegwin and Regan Milburn. Connor Milburn, I should say. Regan, his brother. Neither Milburn is playing in this game. Fighting on the right wing boards, McKinley and Stjernberg with Fighting and Scardina. Out to Schweitzer. Schweitzer takes a step in. Shot is wide right as Tritt was trying to fill it home. The shot from Schweitzer was high and missed the goal by a pretty large margin.
Yeah, that was a quality look, just wildly missed. Wasn't anywhere close.
Tritt, pass over. Good glove save by Stover, and Stjernberg puts a big hit on Tritt on the receiving end of that play.
And after that, it was Gustav Stjernberg, like you said, on the hit, bumping into him after the play. Officials had to break that up. Stjernberg getting a little physical here.
$1:47 left to play in the first. Minute and a half left to play in the power play for the Lakers. And the wheel, Timo Backos with Jaden Grant. Schweitzer down to the left wing at Dawson Tritt. Now crossover. Now a shot. Rebound shot and a score on the back door. Jacob Conrad on a rebound chance. Ties it up 2-2.
And that was off a Backos shot from the left. Had the shot in there. Stover couldn't contain it. Went off of him. And another wide open look capitalized on by the Lakers. Their 2 goals have been 2 very clean looks off of 2 rebounds from shots against Stover.
If it is Conrad, it's his 5th goal of the season. This one on the power play. And probably going to be assisted by, it's Schweitzer and Dawson Tritt that they gave it to. Although I agree with you. I think it was Backos.
I think I did see Backos on the original shot. We'll see if anything's changed there later on. Either way, great job by Jacob Conrad for Lake Superior State of finishing off that opportunity.
Flipped up in center ice, and it's the ceiling in the Slater Family Ice Arena, so we'll have to stop play again. That's another momentum switcher, certainly, and it was a pretty high offensive game so far through the first period. We've still got $130, but the way these two teams have been playing, it's going to be a high-scoring affair in the slate.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Already we're at 31 shots and 19 shots on goal between the two teams. Lake Superior State now out ahead in both of those categories, leading shots 17-14 and shots on goal, a pretty substantial lead for them. It's 12-7 at this point in the contest with 1:15 to go in the first period.
Sternberg on the right wing. Harrington's in there as well. Bowling Green turns it over. Center ice, Philly Emanen moves it out to the outside. Now the pass in across the slot, but nobody there for Bowling Green to fill it home. Now Waters, backhand try in. Appleby rejects it with the kickers and flipped up into the glass on the left wing. Lake Superior State just gets it outside the zone. Puck possession time has probably been vastly in favor of Bowling Green so far in this game, although the shots on goal and the goals scored probably doesn't look too good either. Another rebound chance sent wide right of Stover. Stover grabs the stick and jukes out of the way of the sliding Grant Heineman that was sliding in there for the Lakers. Heineman now with this deflection shot in behind the goal.
Lewandowski had that missed shot off the rebound. Could have very well been a third goal for Lake Superior State. Basically the same way they scored both their first two goals. Little worse of a look, but nice job by Stover to get back, and just an errant shot by Lewandowski in the favor of Bowling Green.
Lake Superior State avoids the icing. Brandon Piku's dropped down to the ice by Norris. BG with the puck now, 5 seconds left to play in the period. They just get it outside the zone, and we're going to have no offensive chances the rest of this first period. 2-2, Bowling Green and Lake Superior State through 20 minutes of play. A very good one for Bowling Green, a very good one for Lake Superior State as well. We'll unpack it at the second half of our intermission report, but we're going to have Rick Crow on in a few minutes to talk some BGSU hockey, and we'll talk about him in a little bit as well. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BG Women's Basketball travels to Northern Illinois to face the Huskies on Saturday, March 1st at 2 p.m. Listen to Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer on WBGU 88.1 FM starting at 1:45.
Don't miss The Morning Show on WBGU FM every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. Join the Morning Show team weekday mornings to hear about local news, local weather reports, community programming, financial market reports, coaches show with coaches from BGSU and BGHS, and live news maker interviews. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi everyone, it's Erica Porter with Bowling Green Women's Basketball, and here's my Falcon 4 favorite activities off the court. I do like to go shopping in my free time. If I'm back home in New Jersey, I do love to go to New York City and go thrifting in like the Soho area. I do like hanging out with, my hometown friends. I could do literally absolutely nothing with them as long as I'm in their presence. I love it. And what would my last one be? Oh, being around my sister because I don't see her a lot.
Falcon women's basketball heads up to Ypsilanti for a battle with the Eastern Michigan Eagles on Saturday, March 8th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer for the call at 1:45 for pregame and 2 p.m. for tip-off on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The Morning Show on WBGU FM is brought to you by the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. For more information, contact The Morning Show at themorningshow@bgchamber.net. Send them any programming suggestions or information you might have. They are always looking for show ideas and guests. To have your birthday or anniversary announced, email or call the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce at 419-353-7945. The Morning Show on WBGU.
Falcon softball travels to take on IU-ND on Saturday, March 8 at 5 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network's Henry Costco will have a recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey, it's Reese Patricus, and you're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Taya Ellis, and I play on the Women's Bowling Green basketball team. And these are my Falcon 4 favorite meals to cook. One is this Jamaican meal called oxtail rice and peas. That's one of my favorites because my mom and dad used to cook it growing up, so it just continued on. Another one is tacos because it's just easy, something easy and quick to make. My third one, I would have to go with steak and mashed potatoes because who doesn't love steak and mashed potatoes? My last one, I'd say Alfredo because I love some pasta.
Welcome back into the Slater Family Ice Arena, the Rick Crow first intermission report. It's kind of weird saying that now, considering Rick Crow is standing next to me in the booth here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, a longtime BGSU hockey fan, sponsor of our Falcon Media Sports Network travel with BGSU hockey this season. Rick, thanks for being here with us, man.
You're very welcome.
So, for those that might not have heard you on the call earlier in the season, can you tell us a little bit about your BGSU hockey fandom and your fanship and why you sponsored our travel this season?
Well, I've been a fan since the '84 season when I came back to school to get my computer science degree. My wife and I came to a game. It was the Ohio State Bowling Green game, and Ohio State and Bowling Green were ranked number 1 and number 2 in the nation, and we were hooked ever since. It was just an incredible atmosphere. At that point, we only sat 3,000 in this arena. So
yeah, since then it's been. What, about 40 years now? I know, don't mean to age you there, I promise. I wasn't trying to. A heck of a year to start, by the way, to start watching in the national championship season for Bowling Green. Been maybe a little bit downhill since then, but had some pretty good years, you and your wife, Marta. Can you talk a little bit about Marta?
There were a lot of good years in the 80s and early 90s, and I can't explain as far as the drop-off. Obviously once Coach York moved on to Boston College, it made a difference. But it just seemed like the support from the university in general wasn't what it was after that. And the arena started to age, and it took a while for them to realize that we need to put money into the facility in order to basically get us back where we belong. So
yeah, certainly looks like it's at least the program is going in the right direction with Willie.
Definitely.
We can talk about that in a little bit. I know one of your requests when you sponsored actually you told me when you were on the broadcast earlier this season, one of your requests was to have the Marta Crow second intermission report, which was your wife, always at BGSU hockey games with you as well. Can you talk about Marta a little bit?
Yeah, I didn't do this for myself. I didn't do this to hear my name on the radio at every game. It was for her, pure and simple. She was, I would say, a bigger overall fan of the hockey program than I was or have ever been. And her understanding of the game wasn't quite what people would think it would be. So she would always walk around the arena with a radio and an earbud in her ear, listening to the broadcast of the game, so she could understand what was going on better, and listening to WBGU broadcast the game, and that's how she got to know a lot of the broadcasters. So, but it was a fun time. So
yeah, certainly always fun to be here in the arena as well. And some of those broadcasters you mentioned, Everett Fitzhugh being one of them, Joe Bornstein, a legend given the national championship, considering he was on the call during that. We're going to have him on the call tomorrow and probably the first and second periods.
That's fantastic.
His eyesight is failing a little bit. He's almost legally blind, but somehow when we had him on last year, he was still able to see numbers and names on the ice. Don't know how that works, but an amazing story there, and great to have him on the call tomorrow. We'll move over into talking a little bit about BGSU hockey this season. As a fan for over 40 years, what do you diagnose as this first season for Willie? We're not in a home playoff yet, but it certainly looks pretty good. Only need 3 points in the standings to clinch it. Michigan Tech and St. Thomas will get underway here in a minute, but what have you seen from Willie's first season at the Home?
I think Willie has done a heck of a job. He promised that we probably wouldn't win every game, but we will be working our butts off, the entire game. And it started out a little slow, but you could tell as the season went on that more and more of the players were buying into the system, and it's a completely different look to the team now than it was at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, you saw the similar to when Ty was coach. You saw a lot of the same actions, which is understandable because that's who they'd been with. But the more they bought into Willie's system, the better the team got.
It really seemed like a hard deadline, like the turn of 2025. As soon as 2025 started, they really started to pick it up. Their defense got better. Their offense got better because of it as well. That was really great to see from Willie. And, again, not in the home playoff, but looking pretty good.
And there's another difference because it always seemed the past several years that we played great the first half of the season, then we'd drop off.
Yeah.
And this year it was pretty much the opposite. We've gotten stronger as the season has gone on. So.
Yeah, it certainly at least felt like you had maintained the respect that you've had all year as opposed to last year. Last year you did have a 4-game losing streak to end the season that brought you out of the home playoff. You are in a little bit of the same situation now, although it's looking a lot better, and you have a lot more hope than you did last season, considering the ability Willie's had to come back in games and come back in series as well. What have you seen, 2-2 score here in the Slater right now? What have you seen from the Falcons and the Lakers today that bring it up to a 2-2 game?
Well, we obviously need to do a better job of clearing the puck after the shot, because both goals that I saw from Lake State were on rebounds.
Yep.
So that's on the D. You count on your goalie to make the initial stop and then the D to clear the puck, and that didn't happen on those 2 goals. So.
Yeah, both goals, Timo Bakos on one and Jacob Conrad the other, both on rebound chances, one on the power play.
Yeah, offense-wise, we've been doing pretty well. I like what I've seen in the offensive zone, just not so much in the D right now.
I like that they've been, that it seems like they get a lot of opportunities a lot of the time. This is what I think is the biggest thing between Eigner and Willie is Eigner, it seemed like you were taking less opportunities, but you were converting on them more often, whereas Willie, it seems like you're taking more a lot of the time and converting on them less often. And I think we're seeing a little bit more Eigner play in this game. You get less shots on goal, and you're getting more of them filled.
That's true. Take the shot. If you got the open net, take the shot and get the garbage goal. And that's 75% of the goals in hockey are rebound goals anyways. And that's, if you don't shoot, you're not going to get a rebound.
It's a game, certainly. Rick, any what do you want to see for Bowling Green going into the second period? Obviously, they need more goals than Lake Superior State, get a lead over the Lakers. But what do you think is the best way for them to do that?
Offense, I think they need to stay where they're at, or get more intensive in the game. The defense has to do a better job of clogging up the between the pipes and clearing out the shots, and we'll be fine.
As it is a lot of the time in hockey, it stems from the defense and then moves forward towards the forwards in the offensive zone as well. 4 minutes until we drop puck in the second period. Rick Crow, thank you for being with us today at Intermission, and hopefully you'll join us again tomorrow, and we'll talk about some similar stuff and hopefully another BG win.
You're very welcome.
Rick Crow, first Intermission Report. We'll bring you back to the second period of action in a few. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Be part of the WBGU team. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and much more. Positions are always available to students and the local community. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. The return to radio freedom.
BGSU softball travels to Wisconsin to take on the Badgers on March 2nd at 10 a.m. in the first of a doubleheader. Catch the recap by Falcon Media Sports Network's Carter Leonard on bgfalconmedia.com.
Northwest Ohio's community radio station is looking for new volunteers just like you. Join our team of enthusiastic volunteers that help make WBGU 88.1 FM a success. You can get involved in many ways, including on air, behind the scenes, or at promotional events in the local community. WBGU is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Visit our social media pages for more information. You could listen to WBGU 88.1 FM, or you could be part of the action. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and much more. Positions are always available to students and the local community. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. The return to radio freedom.
The Rick Crow First Intermission Report. Thank you to him for sponsoring our travel this season. Hopefully we won't have any more travel into the Mason Cup, but the way it looks for Bowling Green right now, it's going to come down to tomorrow because they're tied with Lake Superior State 2-2 right now. Gustav Sternberg led off scoring with the power play goal, assisted by Dalton Norris, Ryan O'Hara. Timo Bakos with an even strength goal about 3-4 minutes later off of Luke Lewandowski's pass. Max Martin with a beautiful goal. We just saw the replay and the film from Nick Windholtz, our videographer. He's going to release a highlight package on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel in probably a day or so. But Max Martin's goal, assisted by Seth Fighton and Ethan Scardino, one of the most beautiful things I've seen from a college hockey player in a while. That was a Big Ten or an NCHC goal, if I should say so. And then Jacob Conrad with a power play goal to tie things up for Lake Superior State. Tyler Kavelitz, Ben Korak here from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Tyler, what have you seen in that first period from Bowling Green?
I think it was really a period of two halves. I think the first half was pretty solidly dominated by Bowling Green. The puck control fully on their side. They were aggressive, getting towards the crease, getting shots up, being creative down low by the goal, and just, really giving Appleby trouble and a run for his money. That second half, though, even though you did have the Martin goal with him just creating a wizardry down there, I think it was dominated by Lake Superior State. I think they came out of that break. And that break that was about 20 minutes long is the huge momentum swing when you look back at that first period. I think the Lakers came out as the much more aggressive team that second half of the first period that lasted about 10-11 minutes, and you can see it in the categories. They dominated the shots. They dominated the shots on goal towards the end of the period. So it was really a tale of two halves, and it'll be interesting to see who can get the action going early, who can make the more physical hits, who can get the puck control early in the second period, and who can establish some dominance and some momentum early in this period and see how it all plays out. But, I mean, a very exciting first period of action here at Slater Family Ice Arena.
4 goals scored in the first, or the most in a while in a Bowling Green game is 3 games in a row. They have lacked scoring in the first period, 2-2 through 1, and we've just dropped puck in the 20 intermittent minutes of this game between Bowling Green and Lake Superior State. Again, 3 points Bowling Green needs in this series to clinch a home playoff for the first round of the Mason Cup. After that, it's going to come down to seeding, but you need that third seed as well. You're battling with Michigan Tech and St. Thomas to do so. I'll give you a college hockey now update in a second, or around the CCHA update as well. Out to center ice, Seth Fighton, Ethan Scardina is there. Starters on the ice for both squads. Moved out to the right wing, shot around the goal, out to Wozni at the blue line, and Wozni throws it back in. Venegoni playing defense now, crossing pass to Martin. Martin was in front of the blue paint again. He was looking for his second, now a 2-on-2 the other way for the Lakers. Blake Humphrey, good forecheck by the Falcons. They have the puck in their own zone. It's Wozni. Wozni down behind his goal, and the Falcons will take a second to reset.
Yeah, and that last offensive set by Bowling Green, you had Martin and Scardina down there low by the crease. Neither of them really able to see that pass well, get in front of it, get past the Lakers defenders, and be able to make a play out of it.
Lead pass out by the Lakers is intercepted. Offsides against Bowling Green. That one was close. I didn't think it should have been called, but it was, and the faceoff will exit outside of the zone with about a minute expired in the second period. Shot on goal battle being very much won by the Lakers.
Total
Over
shots
5.
Total shots a little more even though. 18-17 Bowling Green.
17, but 13
couple.
13 pucks at the net for the Lakers and only 8 for Bowling Green, although they have converted on their high-quality opportunities at a 2-for-2 rate, I would say. The Lakers have had probably 4 or 5 and only really put 2 in, although those rebound chances have been critical for them as well. The defensemen for BG really have to get their sticks, clog up those lanes.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the weakness for this Bowling Green team in this game. You take out the rebounds in this one, and it's a 2-0 Bowling Green lead. Those 2 rebounds are what led to the 2 Lakers goals, and there was another one that was almost a third for Lake Superior State.
Duran lead pass, crossing pass again by O'Hara to Waters, who is streaking across the blue paint. But we couldn't connect there. Parker down at the goal line. Duran will have to fill out to the blue line to try and defend it. Parker still back behind, playing a forward role. Waters wraps it around on the left wing now of the offensive zone. Back down to the goal line, looking for a pass. It's taken away by Duran. Out to the blue line, but outside of it. And Parker can't hold it in. Stjernberg and Parker will have to rechase. Out to center, pushed. Bowling Green onside. Emerson on the left wing. Father Nelson Emerson in attendance today. I can see him down there sitting in the 7th row here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, sitting right in front of us. This one's chipped out and high into the Bowling Green bench. 8th row right down there. Nelson Emerson, a Bowling Green Hall of Famer, number retired as well, number 19.
Royalty around these parts of town is Nelson Emerson.
Yeah, he and Rob Blake, who is not in attendance today, both of them in LA Kings organization. Both of their sons on the Bowling Green team, Quinn Emerson for Nelson and Jack Blake for Rob Blake. I'm back down to the goal line. Foe kicks it with his skate and gets it away to himself. Johnny Druskinis playing defense on him there. Out to the left wing. Bowling Green will chase it down. It's Jaden Grant. Grant to Emerson. Emerson backhand pass to Norris. And, are we going to get a penalty? We're going to get an ozone penalty on Bowling Green. I think it's Foe that's going to have to head off. That's the 3rd penalty of the game for the Falcons. And we'll see what the call is here. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see much either.
He got it for cross-checking. Makes sense considering it was between the wheels. See if they show the replay here in a second.
You mentioned the penalties, though, Ben. These are the two most, I should say, penalized teams in terms of penalties. Not penalty minutes. St. Thomas is second in minutes, but Bowling Green commits 4.5 penalties a game. Lake Superior State about 4.4 per game.
After this is served out, it's going to be 10 penalty minutes already through a period in 3 minutes.
Bowling Green averages just over 10 minutes a game. Lake Superior State a little bit over 11 minutes a game.
Out to the right wing. Slap shot saved by Conrad with another one, looking for his 2nd goal of the game, and it's iced down by Bowling Green. Emanen on the forecheck. He'll put a hit on Schweitzer behind the goal. Emanen turns it over. No shorthanded goals this season for Bowling Green. One of only 2 teams in the CCHA to be able to say that. Conrad takes it up the right wing. Now leaves it back for Schweitzer in his own zone. He takes it up through center with a little bit of speed. Up through center. Timo Bakos, another Laker that's got a goal in this game. Out behind to Parker. Parker interfered with Stjernberg. Stjernberg could have iced it down if Parker didn't get in the way. Parker returns a hit, and now finally iced back down by Bowling Green with 1:10 left to play in the power play for the Lakers.
With a period under both of them, you can feel the defense is just starting to tighten up here. They've seen these offenses for 20 minutes. Not a ton of action going around the goals, a lot more around the back of them and to the sides. Neither team really able to generate many good looks so far.
Druskinis sends the pass long. Appleby will have to stop this one as Bowling Green ices it down. They're going on a 2-man forecheck, which is rare to see from Bowling Green. Turns it over in neutral zone and now taken away down the right wing. Wearing a big hit is Carter Batchelder, but he gets the puck away to the blue line. Lewandowski dumps it back down. He's in there with Passanen at the goal line, kicked up in the air. Stover lets it go to the right wing corner. Now back up to the blue line. Druskinis with the puck, but can't hold it in. Scardina's there. He's on a harsh forecheck. 2 men for Bowling Green. They've got a couple of shorthanded chances. He falls down to the ice, but no penalty against the Lakers. Now down the right wing is Lewandowski. Across, into the middle. Harrington with a shot! Score! Harrington with 13 seconds left in the power play for Bowling Green. Brett Foe cost the Falcons a goal. And a couple of great shorthanded chances for Bowling Green, and then finally a fill for the Lakers.
Lake Superior State just taking care of the job there. It was very interesting with Emerson going down to the ice 2 times on that last offensive BG possession. You could have made an argument for the second time for something to be called. Nothing was. Officials let him play, and Lake Superior State fills it.
4:24, the time of the goal, into the second period, assisted by Lewandowski and Ulrich. Lewandowski's second assist of the game.
And Christian Silver with a little bit of a rough night in the office so far today. First time back in the crease in 2 weeks.
Hasn't got a lot of help on the first 2, both rebound chances. That one was not, but Harrington had it on the power play, so a man advantage for the Lakers. Down to Waters. Waters behind the goal, taken away by Blake Humphrey. Up the left wing, pass up to center. Good pass out to O'Hara. O'Hara keeps his guys on sides. Good pass across, or the shot is wide right of the goal, and Bowling Green will have to chase it back down in the foot race.
That did look like a shot, but he did have Ben Duran crossing in. Duran wasn't there in time to do anything, and the shot was pretty high up in the air.
Maybe looking close enough to get a rebound chance on the back door.
I think that was the goal.
Waters. Ozar pushes it in the zone. Fighton's in there as well. And Grant down the left wing. Shot in. Saved by Appleby. He holds on. And now some tie-ups in front of the blue paint for the Lakers. It's really something going on in there. Seth Fighton getting into it with what looks to be Mike Brown, the defenseman for the Lakers.
Fighton started that. Then you had Jaden Grant come in and be a little enforcer for Fighton. And additionally for Bowling Green, I think it was Owen Ozar joining the little scrum. Things getting a little chippy there in front of the crease.
Fighton gives a return shove to Jack Blanchett for the Lakers and then heads off. 14:37 left to play in the second. 3-2. Lake Superior State lead on the most recent power play goal. Penalties have been a huge part of this game. 3 power play goals already scored by these squads, and 5 total opportunities. Martin for the draw, won by Bowling Green, behind is Santawana. He was being held on to a little bit. Emanen goes for the body, forces Humphrey down to the ice. Pass up to center is kept in by Bowling Green and then finally kicked back out. Wildauer with the kick out. Now a 2-on-2 the other way for Bowling Green. In center, flipped up in the air. Appleby with a save, and he covers it up over the body of the Bowling Green striker. Couldn't tell who that was on the flurry.
And not exactly sure who it was. They were going down to the ground that entire time.
Like Santawana.
It was. Santawana would have had a good look if he was able to stay upright, but he was falling down about 20 feet out of the goal there, not able to really get a good chance because of that.
He was hoping for a penalty as well. He was taken out before he could even get the shot off.
There's that one, and you had the other one on Emerson before that last goal by Lake Superior State. Those are 2 ones that you could have got it. You could have argued for a call, but they don't get one for Bowling Green.
Foe with the puck, backhand pass behind, and now a 2-on-3 breakaway the other way. Now a 3-on-3 as Conrad gets up for the Lakers. Parker puts a hit on, forces the puck away to Harrington. Harrington on the right wing corner of the offensive zone for the Lakers. Schweitzer guarding the blue line. He lets this one go in on a shot by Piku. Piku has to range all the way to the other side of Parker. Parker a backhand pass and a good one. Back into their own zone. Bowling Green's Foe up. The lead pass is long for Emerson. Emerson on the forecheck now. Conrad the pass up to Piku. Turns it back over in the zone. Bowling Green's got to get on sides. Now goes on the forecheck. The pass up. Stover will have to stop it behind his own goal. 3 goals allowed in this game. Not the return that he wanted to the lineup. He's got 12 saves, though, so far on the 15 shots on goal by the Lakers. They're maintaining a 5-shot on goal lead over Bowling Green.
Not great for my pick the stick either.
No, not really. -1 points for Tyler Kavelitz in this game. Streaking across the paint. Now another shot. Stover kicks it away with his stick. Out to the slot of the Lakers again. Ryan O'Hara is deep for the Falcons, but they couldn't get anyone there to get a pass out. Now Waters puts a hit on Dawson Tritt on the right wing. Neutral ice. Out to Wozni, and Wozni will hold on to this puck as the Lakers will have to go for a change.
Still even in total shots here in this one, 21-21. Lake Superior State Bend still a 5-shot advantage in the shots on goal, 15-10.
Poke check by the Lakers. They're showing off speed as of the last couple minutes. Down the left wing, crossing pass to Blake Humphrey. And Humphrey looking for his second goal of the season. Won't get it to connect. Now Waters chases it into the zone. Wins the battle. Cross across the slot. Backhand try by Seth Fighton. What a move by the defensive-minded forward and the senior.
I mean, what a tremendous pass in there to Seth Fighton. Had a look, wasn't able to finish it, but what a pass in there towards the crease.
Great chance by Bowling Green. Up to Central. BG will have to chase it down. The Lakers deep pass up to Nate Schweitzer.
I want to see more of that out of Bowling Green. I feel like their offense, especially here in this second period, has been a little disorganized compared to what we saw in the first period. It's been a lot more of Lake Superior control, and Bowling Green trying to catch up. As you could have had something called there.
Ozar got cross-checked pretty darn high there, knocked down to the ice. He is small, but probably should have got that call. Up to the left wing.
Right in front of the officials, too.
Parker, his pass is cleared out by Barone. Passing in with the puck, flips it up the ice. Santawana's there, gets a stick on it to avoid the icing, but it's Mike Brown that collects it cleanly. Down behind the goal line again of the offensive Bowling Green. Santawana's there, flips it over to Emanen. Emanen puts a body on Mike Brown to Santawana. Santawana crosses it in front of the blue paint. Still there, a couple of tie-ups. Bowling Green with the delayed penalty, and now the Lakers will grab onto this one, and I think it's going to be a penalty against Lake Superior State.
Someone lost their stick. I'm not exactly sure who that was.
The goalie.
It's goalie.
Who's going to head off? I think it should be a Laker. It's going to be Jack Blanchett. Blanchett, no points scored this season, only his 5th game played. He's playing as the extra skater. He's got 2 penalties this season as well. And he'll head to the box and give Bowling Green a prime opportunity to tie this game up.
Talked about how Bowling Green didn't have many quality looks here in the second period. This is going to be the opportunity for them. I think they need to capitalize on this power play, Ben. Down by 1. Haven't had much going for them here in the second period. Perfect way to get back into it.
Duran to the left of Grant in the wheel. Scardina, 3 centermen out there for BG. Out to the right wing. Slap shot. Oh, just saved by Appleby. Might have gone off the post there as well. Only 6 seconds wasted and already a pretty good shot opportunity for the Falcons.
I think that was a tremendous look there. Right, 6 seconds, like you said, off that clock. Had a good look. Want to see more out of that, out of this Bowling Green offense.
In the dot again, Scardina will go for the draw. Grant on the left. Duran on the right, I should say. Duran with the puck on the left wing now. Into center. Now gets some open ice. Looking for a pass. Down deep. Another shot on the forehand. Scardina was playing deep, and Heinman will get into it with the other captain. But the whistle blows as Appleby covers it up. That's 2 opportunities for Bowling Green, and just 18 seconds expired off the power play clock.
Yeah, tremendous pass in there by Duran to set up that shot. They've had the 2 quality looks. They've had very good opportunities here, missed them by small margins. The key for Bowling Green here is going to be to keep this puck on your side. Don't let Lake Superior break anything. Keep the pressure on them. Don't give them a chance to breathe, and hope you can get a look and make their defense crack.
Out to the blue line to Duran on the left wing. Duran, wrist shot is knocked away by Appleby. Now out to Duran again. Duran on the left wing corner. Tritt forces it away. Lake Superior State on the penalty kill. Has allowed 1 power play goal in this game to Bowling Green, although they've had only 1 true opportunity. Out to Parker. Parker to the right wing. Slap shot is breaks the stick of Brett Foe. They'll clear outside of the zone. That's heartbreaking for Bowling Green, who lost the possession as well on that broken stick by Foe.
That was a really good look by Foe, too. He would have had a chance to fill that one. Stick broke as he was getting the shot there, and puck barely went anywhere.
Lead pass for Foe is long. It'll be an icing against Bowling Green, who is trying to break out there off the change. 10-11 left to play in the second period. 1 minute left to play in the power play.
I've liked what Bowling Green's done on the power play, though, is try to get the early looks, possibly get a rebound if they miss the shot. They just haven't been able to fill one is the only problem. And now they're going to have to work a little harder as the face-off on the other side of the ice. They have to get it back into the defensive side of Lake Superior State.
Duran in the wheel. Oddly enough, we're not seeing that first line of forwards for Bowling Green, aside from Duran. And we have not seen Stjernberg or Norris yet. Now Norris and O'Hara on the ice. Duran will stay on as well, it looks like. Waters in deep. So they've got the true power play guys out there now. Waters leading the CCHA in power play goals for a lot of the season. A lot of their guys are offsides now. They have to get back. O'Hara on the left wing will lead the Falcon charge up. Pass back to the blue line. Norris. Norris takes a step in. He's behind the goal line in the left wing corner. Now back out to the blue line at O'Hara. O'Hara to Stjernberg. Stjernberg to Norris on the right wing wheel. Now back up to the top. He'll trade places with O'Hara. O'Hara on the right wing wheel. Wrist shot in, deflected off of Martin, and way up into the netting. So another droppage of the puck. 15 seconds left to play in the power play.
Bowling Green's going to have to work quick here if they want to try to get another. You really probably only have time for one more quality good look here and possibly get a rebound after that. It would be tough for Bowling Green to lose a power play opportunity here the way this game has gone.
3-2. Lake Superior State leads. Face-off won by the Lakers. BG will have to keep it outside the zone if they want any chance of having an offensive possession. Now here's Waters. Pass across into the slot. Deflection. Oh, Martin had an open net. Now another one in front. 2 opportunities for Bowling Green, but Waters sent the second into the netting, and 1 second left on the clock. They'll get a face-off in the O-zone. But Blanchett is only going to be a couple seconds removed from entering into this play.
I'm not sure how Martin missed that, if it went off his stick wrong or if he rushed it. He had a wide open look. I mean, Appleby was fully out of position towards the left side of the goal, towards the left side of the goal, the right side of the goal, our left, what we're looking at right now on the left side of the ice. Wide open for Martin, just couldn't fill it.
Left wing Wozni. Wozni with a lot of ice. Crosses over in the center. It's still covered up by Appleby. Blanchett's out of the box. It's covered up. Schweitzer.
It was behind the line when they started moving back. Wozny's saying that it went past Appleby because there was some shoving. He was putting the stick in there. They're going to call it a goal now, are they?
We might get a review on this play no matter what. They went the sign off. The crowd cheers.
From what I saw, Ben Wozny kept poking at it. And when he was backing up, when Lake Superior State was pushing him, he was pointing at the puck, which was past that red line in the net.
Schweitzer's going to head to the box. We'll take our media timeout here real quick and try and sort it out. 9 minutes left to play in the second, 3-2 Lake Superior State. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Are you ready to become part of the team? Northwest Ohio's community radio station is looking for new volunteers just like you. Join our team of enthusiastic volunteers that help make WBGU 88.1 FM a success. WBGU is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Visit our social media pages for more recruitment information. WBGU, return to radio freedom.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune in to WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
Nate Schweitzer sent to the box with 9 minutes left to play in the second. The Lakers sporting a 3-2 lead over Bowling Green. Can assume that the penalty is on an unsportsmanlike conduct or something to that effect. We're looking at a replay here of the supposed no goal scored by Bowling Green, seeing if they're going to challenge. Willie's calling over the official. He gets it for slashing. He knocked the stick away from Bowling Green and then got into a little bit of a scrum. Willie's going to talk to the referee and see if they can challenge this goal. I'm assuming that's what he's talking to the referee about.
I would assume that he's going to challenge this because what we saw is the puck did end up in the back of the net. I think the question is, did Wozni fill it, or was that because of Wozni poking it after it had been blown dead and was covered up by Appleby? Because either way, it ended up in the back of the net. It's just a question of how did the puck get there.
Looks like Willie is going to challenge it. Seeing the replay right here. Can't see the puck on that view.
Yeah, see, the problem is Wozni keeps poking it, so we don't know. It's going to be tough.
And they're going to have to rule whether or not the whistle was blown.
Yeah.
and it was blown dead. So
they're going to challenge a continuation of the puck.
So pretty much meaning that the puck was still alive and it was not covered up by Appleby.
Well, it's tough for Bowling Green here because of the way it was called on the ice. It was called that it was not, so you're going to need overwhelming to change their minds here.
Yeah, not the greatest look that we saw. Now maybe Willie's people up in the booth have a different look at that, and that's why they're going to challenge it. Or maybe he's just assuming or hoping that they're going to make a weird call and overturn this.
I think if Wozni came over and said, I scored that goal, challenge it, I really don't hate this challenge by Willie. I mean, you know, you do run the risk of losing that timeout, losing the challenge. But at this point in the game, midway through the second period, you've lost the momentum before this potential goal. It's fully on the side of Lake Superior State. They're winning face-offs, they're winning shots, and they now are one behind on shots and goal, but it really has felt like they've dominated that in the past 10 minutes or so. So I really don't hate this challenge by Willie. We'll see what they come back with.
Not to mention the 2-minute penalty will be served out no matter what goes on with the goal.
I was wondering if he was going to challenge it or not.
If they give the goal back and it's a 3-3, or if they give the goal to Bowling Green and it's a 3-3 game, then they're going to head on the power play again. We'll see how this one turns out. Again, we're going to get another review, and we'll see how long this one takes. I think the last one was somewhere in the realm of 13 minutes.
I think it was more than that. I think we ran up past 15 minutes for that.
Something to that level. 3-2, 9:04 left to play in the second. 2-minute power play for the Bowling Green coming out of whatever this challenge is. Taking a while to look at it, and on the replay, it didn't look definitive to us, but they have a much better zoomed-in look. See if the puck completely crossed the goal line.
Yeah, we really didn't get that good of a look. They just gave us the stereotypical aerial view, and we're behind this netting here too, which kind of filters out the view a little bit.
Enough doubt for Willie to try and complete a challenge. Certainly Falcon fans, time-wise, getting money's worth out of this game.
Yeah. Well, I think something else this challenge does is it gives an opportunity for the fans to get back into it. I think they've been silenced a little bit after the past couple Lake Superior State goals. If you can get this crowd rowdy, it's just another factor that favors Bowling Green. Do have a decent attendance here today.
Not bad. Not a lot of students considering spring break is starting next week. But
all things considered, I mean,
yeah,
I think it's a pretty good crowd on hand here.
Do our around the CCHA real quick. At the end of period number 2, Ferris State and Northern Michigan. That shows you how far behind they are. They're at the end of the second period. We're halfway through. Zach Fairmouth has scored twice for Ferris State, giving them a 2-1 lead. Billy Renfrew, the only goal for Northern Michigan. Here come the referees here in a second. Minnesota State up 1-0 over Bemidji. They say no goal.
They said
2-0 St. Thomas lead over Michigan Tech.
They said there is no continuation of the puck, and I think that was just hard to rule because they probably, in all honesty, could not see that puck under Appleby to see if it was moving or not, and if Wozni poked it in. So that's tough for Bowling Green. He now lose that challenge.
So on one hand, Bowling Green loses the challenge, maybe loses a little bit of momentum there as well as you stop play. But on the other hand, you're going to go on a power play for the next 2 minutes. You've got your A lineup out there to do it. Martin, who's been great in this game. O'Hara, who's got a point. Waters does not, but he's a high power play offense guy. Norris and Sternberg, who each also have points in this game. Sternberg with his first goal since Bemidji State earlier in the season. Out to Martin. Martin with the wrist shot. Here's a 2-on-2 breakaway the other way for Lake Superior State. Dawson Tritt dumps it in the zone. Sternberg goes for the body, and Norris will have to chase it down. Norris is tripped up a little bit. O'Hara will come away with the puck out to Martin, and now back to O'Hara. O'Hara on the left wing, ranging through center. Waters stays on sides. O'Hara, wrist shot, chipped over the net. Heinman will take a bump from the Falcons. They just have to get it back out to the blue line, and they do to Norris. Norris dumps it back in instead of going across the line. O'Hara, high slot, shot in, save, made. Martin with that slap shot. Not known for his slap shots, more known for his wristers. The Falcons all get on sides. They're not going to go for a change. O'Hara held up there a little bit. He gets bullied. John Harrington will be the first one back in the zone for the Lakers.
That almost was bad for Bowling Green. Harrington, I believe his stick broke back behind Appleby, and he went over to the Lake Superior State bench to get a stick and was almost in perfect position to have a one-on-one opportunity against Stover. Just couldn't get the puck.
Foe down the left wing, off the half wall and around. Grant with the puck behind the goal line. Out to Foe again. Foe in the same spot to Scardina. Scardina on the right wing to Foe. Foe back toward the blue line, now at the high right wing wheel. Scardina crosses it into center. Grant is there, and now kicked back out and iced back down by Lake Superior State with 30 seconds left to play on the power play.
Be very tough for Bowling Green to go 0 for 2 on back-to-back power plays. Down by 1 here, 7.5 to play in the second.
Foe on the left wing, streaking all the way in. Wrist shot, just saved by Appleby. That one looked like he almost beat him, but he caught it with the wing.
I don't know if Appleby even knew he had that puck. Looked like he tried to move to see if it was there. Just ended up being in front of him. But that was, you have 3 pretty good looks for Bowling Green back-to-back-to-back. Can't fill any of them.
O'Hara, Waters, and Martin out on the ice again. This is their second shift of this power play. For the last 17 seconds of it, Norris and Sternberg out as well. In the wheel, William Ulrich as a point today on the assist on the John Harrington goal. The tilting goal toward Lake Superior State as they lead 3-2. 7:20 left to play in the game. Waters ranges all the way behind the goal, and it's iced back down by Ulrich. Falcons will have to chase. Maybe time for one shot on goal if they rush. Stover playing the puck, leaves it behind. It turns it over to Timo Bakos. Bakos the backhand pass. Now Bowling Green leading up. Nate Schweitzer comes out of the box. Bowling Green back to even strength. Sternberg down at the goal line. Centering pass to Waters, but it won't connect. Ulrich's stick was in the way. Waters goes for a hit. Crossing it into center. Now a 4-on-3 breakaway for the Lakers on a broken stick by the Falcons.
Another stick broken. That time Brody Waters split right in half.
Stover covers it up. Opts for a face-off. Under 7 left to play in the second. Back-to-back power play opportunities for Bowling Green. One close in scoring, but the second one, not so much. They didn't really have that great of opportunities on that power play, and they failed to convert on 2 in a row.
Yeah, Falcons just 1 for 4 on power plays here today. That's what they were in their last series that they lost both games, and they were 1 for 4 across those 2 games. Same mark here today. Just this time it's coming about 34 minutes.
Barone out to the right wing and slapped in by Ulrich. Now it'll be chased down. Stover playing the puck off the glass and out to the blue line. Barone with the shot in, wraps it around the goal, and Ozar will come up with the puck on the right wing defensive end for Bowling Green. Out to central ice, dumped in by the Lakers. Bowling Green will hold possession on that. Out to the right wing. Fighton's in as well with Ozar. Ozar stick handling around, wrist shot in, saved by Appleby. He'll hold on for his 17th save of the game.
Appleby's done a tremendous job of not giving Bowling Green really any rebound opportunities. That's the one knock you can really have on Stover here today, is that he's given a few rebound opportunities where he hasn't been able to fully corral that puck on a save. Appleby has not given Bowling Green really any good looks off of that. He is corralling these pucks and sitting right down on them, limiting Bowling Green's chances at a second opportunity on a lot of these shots. Give credit to him where it's due.
Emerson behind the goal, out to Santawana on the right wing. Schweitzer battling with Santawana. Schweitzer 6 foot 195, quite a large margin, bigger than Santawana, who's only about the 5'8" mark. Brandon Piku gets mugged on the forecheck by Scardina. Good play there. Schweitzer will have to retrieve.
That could have been a really good look for Scardina crossing in, just wasn't able to handle the puck. Would have had a one-on-one look with Appleby.
Krodiak out, shot behind to Emerson. Emerson turns it around. Schweitzer still battling with Emerson. Now in front again. Wrist shot, save, rebound, out to the blue line. Passanen holds it in. It's a delayed penalty against the Lakers, and they're going to head to the box again as Stover was caught trying to head off.
I think it's going to be...
Looks like it's going to be on Schweitzer again.
Yeah, I think that was against Santawana. Pulled him down as he was going to...
this will be the 5th penalty of the game for the Lakers. The 2nd of the game for Schweitzer.
Santawana was going for that goal and got pulled down by Schweitzer. Wasn't able to get a good shot off of it. Would have had a tremendous look.
Maybe the 3rd of the game by Schweitzer. Yeah, that's the 3rd penalty of the game by Nate Schweitzer. Coming into this game, only 7 penalties. He's added 3 to that number. He's up to 10. One of the leaders in penalty minutes in the CCHA as well.
This is the major weakness we're seeing from this Lake Superior State team. They committed a lot of penalties, and they go to the box a lot. Bowling Green has to capitalize it here at some point.
O'Hara's dropped down to the ice by Druskinis. Druskinis out to the blue line, but he can't get it past. Norris at the blue line and back across. Huge power play to convert if you're Bowling Green. Missed on the last two, trying to convert on this one. O'Hara back out to the blue line. Norris will scamper over there to keep it in. Out to Stjernberg. Stjernberg the one-timer. Down to the goal line and a weak slap shot. He missed, caught majority of the ice. Now out and forced away from the play. Druskinis will ice it back down, and Stover will have to stop it behind his goal. 4:46 left to play in the second. $1:10 left to play in the power play for BG. And a must-convert situation.
You cannot beat Bowling Green and go 0 goals on 3 straight power plays. They have to connect on something here in this final minute that they have the man advantage.
Parker, the hot pass down to the goal line. Scardina can't handle it. Out to Grant. Grant with a backhand try. Gloved and dropped down. Foe around to Scardina. Scardina to Duran. Duran at the high right wing wheel. Across. Slap shot saved by Appleby, who had that one snuffed out. He chose the right side, and it was perfect on the slapper from Brett Foe.
Again, Appleby just doing a tremendous job at limiting rebound opportunities for Bowling Green. That's where 2 of Lake Superior State's 3 goals have come from. And Bowling Green would have the advantage on these rebounds with the man advantage. But Appleby doing a tremendous job in the crease. Once he's settled down in this game, he's really been good.
42 seconds left to play, and the power play for BG. Faceoff wins, dumps it down. Scardina goes for the body of Mike Brown. It's out to the blue line again, open ice. To the right wing, Brett Foe inhabits that right wing. Wrist shot in, it's on the doorstep. A rebound chance as the stick was knocked away from Scardina. He'll have to go for the stick here to be able to play the puck. Now he grabs the stick, ties up the puck. Grant's in there, so is Duran. Out to the blue line, Parker across, one-timer, saved by Rourke Appleby. And again, 15 seconds left to play in the power play. This penalty kill has been pretty good for the Lakers, but the Falcons' power play has not looked too great.
No, they haven't really set up many great opportunities. A lot of trying. It really feels like they're trying to get a rebound somewhere, and they haven't got that opportunity. They haven't had a clean, open look on goal, which is what you're trying to get on these power plays. You're trying to get that really great quality look, and I don't feel like Bowling Green's got to that, Ben.
Down to the goal line again. Heinman, where's a big bump by the Falcons? Kept in by Bowling Green, just barely. Slap across the blue line, Parker. Parker's got some open ice. 5 seconds left to play on the power play. Down to Grant. Grant wraps around the other side. Out of the box is Nate Schweitzer. Slap shot, Parker. Down to the half wall behind. Now Schweitzer is actually in the play. Foe with another shot. Scardina is there as well, and now out to Schweitzer, who plays the puck.
Bowling
down
Green
to the right wing.
is up 44-22 on shots because of these power plays, but yet still trailed by 1 goal. If that gives you an idea, they're up by 10 in shots on goal. That gives you an idea of how many shots they've been able to get off without getting a very good quality look.
Called offsides by the referees. Do not agree with that at all. They looked completely onside. The Falcons frustrated about that as well. The officiating in this game not been the cleanest.
You, especially in the second period, you can make a lot of arguments that there should have been things called when they weren't, and that certain things called just like that offside shouldn't have been whistled.
Emanen loses the faceoff.
In the end, though, Ben, I mean, Bowling Green can't really rely on these calls from the officials. They've gotten so many shots off in those 3 power plays without really being able to get so many quality looks and haven't been able to fill one in the back of the net. That's been a huge miscues by this Falcons team.
Santawana with all of his men on sides this time. Out to the blue line. Barely kept in. Oh, they called it again? Again an offside. Stjernberg's not happy about that. Willie's not either.
Crowd starting to get restless here as well inside Slater Family Ice Arena.
3-2 left to play in the second. 2:44 left to play in the second. 3-2 the score for Lake Superior State. 0 for 3 on the power play. Then 3 in a row for Bowling Green. 2 of them by Nate Schweitzer.
Something that's really stuck out too, we haven't mentioned, Lake Superior State's controlled these faceoffs. 28 wins compared to just 22 for Bowling Green. And that's something that this Falcons team has been great at this season. They're top in the CCHA in face-off winning percentage, about 52.9%. Just has not been their day inside the circle.
Flipped out of play, and we'll get another face-off in the offensive zone of BG. A goal here in the next 2:30 would be big to tie this one up. You don't want to be going into the third period trailing against this Laker team, as they've shown some pretty solid defense in this game thus far.
Bowling Green this season, Ben, when trailing after the second period, 1-8-1. If they're able to tie it up, they're 3-4-1 when tied after the second period.
Doesn't really look good either way, but you certainly want to be in that tied mark. Norris ices it around along the shelf of the half wall. Waters is in the zone. Down to the goal line. He gets pressed up by Mike Brown. That was a big hit. Low angle shot in front. A rebound is covered up by the Lakers' Rourke Appleby and one of the defensemen, Mike Brown. That was another good chance for BG, but not able to be filled.
Just not able to do enough on those opportunities. Plus you factor in the good play by Appleby that we've seen the past 20-plus minutes. Bowling Green, they've had the opportunities there. I wouldn't call them quality looks, but they just haven't been able to fill anything. I mean, you look at one of their goals was just self-created by Maxwell Martin. Other than that, you've had the one very good look that they filled.
One face-off for the Lakers. They've been outstanding in the dots, as Tyler mentioned a second ago. 9-3. Timo Bakos in the dots. 8-8. William Ulrich. Everybody else with a winning face-off percentage today for the Lakers. Passing it around his own goal. He's forechecked by Brandon Piku. His pass is intercepted by the Lakers as well. Down the left wing, Schweitzer's pass across to Piku won't land. Now back around to Druskinis at the blue line. Druskinis with the shot in around the goal. Stover covers up the right wing side. Piku up the ice, now to Foe. Foe down the left wing. Leaves it back to Druskinis, who takes it away now down the left wing. Druskinis, toe drag, away. Shot to the back wall behind the goal. Dawson Tritt out the blue line. And back around. Bowling Green's Dalton Norris will be there on the right wing, battling with Brett Foe. A minute left to play in the second period. Scardina in the offensive zone, pokes it away. Now Emanin will be the first one there. Scardina got spun out. Around to Martin. Max Martin's made a couple of really nice things happen in this game, has had a couple of prime opportunities. Goes for the hit on Jacob Conrad, but Conrad passes it away before he could get it off. Now Falcons will skate back into their own zone with the puck.
That last possession for Lake Superior State was the first time in a while that the Lakers had possession of the puck for basically 2+ minutes. The puck has been dominated a lot recently by Bowling Green with all these power plays.
To the blue line again. Schweitzer across to his line mate. Now back around. Conrad with the shot in. Goes off the back of the cage. Now up to Martin. Martin out to the right wing. Slapped in the zone. Lake Superior State with the puck now down the right wing. Moves to the inside. Lewandowski. Where's a hit from McKinley. Now getting in there as well as another Falcon. Duran looking in as well. Guarding the blue line are two Lakers. And it'll get outside the blue line inevitably. Martin across to the right wing and Emerson. Emerson with the wrist shot. Blocked. Another one in front. Now kept by Rourke Appleby and held on to as Bowling Green gets a lot of opportunities. McKinley's getting interfered with a lot in front of that blue paint. But,
Jacob Conrad on the block, by the way, there. Tremendous job limiting a chance for a Bowling Green rebound or a Bowling Green goal. Did a great job of stifling that attempt by the Falcons.
That'll send us off the air for the second period, as the only goal scored is one for the Lake Superior State Lakers. John Harrington's power play goal within the first 5 minutes, assisted by William Ulrich and Luke Lewandowski. Tyler and I will talk about it in the Marta Crow second intermission report. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Continue the WBGU experience online by engaging with our social media profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to stay connected with the local community and receive information about special events and programming. Like us and share our content to help build the WBGU audience. 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green is Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Complement your WBGU radio experience with additional content available online. Subscribe to our social media feeds on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to receive information about special events, promotional activities, and our program schedule. Stay connected with WBGU wherever you go and return to Radio Freedom. Thanks for listening to WBGU Bowling Green, Ohio.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
There's so much more WBGU content available online through our social media profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to get the most up-to-date information about the program schedule, show hosts, and upcoming promotional events. Return to Radio Freedom with WBGU on 88.1 FM and online social media profiles.
This is Phil Beskid, BGSU Radio Faculty Advisor. You can catch all the Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts on our two stations, WBGU 88.1 FM and Falcon Radio, which can both be found on bgfalconmedia.com. Ziggy.
I'm Gus Peacock from the Bowling Green men's soccer team, and this is my Falcon 4 favorite Halloween costumes. My first one is going to be Bigfoot because I think it's really funny and he looks super big. My next one is going to be one of the founding fathers, Ben Frank. I'm going to do that this year. I think it's really funny. Another one, my favorite costumes would be Art the Clown because he's super scary and I've watched all the Terrifier movies. And the last one would be Buddy the Elf, because I love that costume and I love that movie so much.
This is Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. Like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter feeds for access to special content, program and DJ information, and so much more. Return to Radio Freedom with WBGU on 88.1 FM and online with our social media profiles. Thanks for listening to WBGU Bowling Green, Ohio. You're listening to 88.1 FM WBGU. Enjoy local news content starting with the morning show and stick around for entertainment programs focused on jazz, blues, folk, world music, and so much more. Return to Radio Freedom with WBGU by listening live 24/7, available locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online on bgfalconmedia.com and the TuneIn Radio app. WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
WBGU FM is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Tune in daily for local programming that includes the morning show, oldies, indie rock, children's music, folk, jazz, world music, and so much more. WBGU is the return to Radio Freedom. Give us a listen on 88.1 FM or online at bgfalconmedia.com and the TuneIn Radio app. 88.1 FM WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
3-2 Lake Superior State at the start of the third period, or between the second and the third period, I should say. Bowling Green looking to take 3 points and clinch a home playoff series next week in the quarterfinals of the Mason Cup. Ben Korek here with Tyler Kavlitz from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter X, or go to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel for all of our video content, including rebroadcasts, highlight packages, and video features as well. The Marta Crow second intermission report. The late Marta Crow was a longtime BGSU hockey fan and listener of WBGU 88.1 FM, the wife of Rick Crow, who sponsored our BGSU hockey travel this season. Tyler, only one goal scored in that second period. To be honest, in the first intermission, I said off air there's probably going to be a boring one, as it normally is, after an energetic 4-goal first. John Harrington, the only goal for Lake Superior State, but it seems like Bowling Green shot themselves in the feet in a couple of ways.
Yeah, I really do think they did. You look at it, they had 3 power play attempts in that second period, Ben. They had a total of 19 shots on goal, 33 total shots. Lake Superior State had 7 shots, 2 shots on goal. You led them by 17 shots on goal in a vast difference in total shots. Yet Bowling Green was not able to fill one, and Lake Superior State was. That is about as disappointing as a period of hockey that you could have seen for Bowling Green after the way the first period went. It was turning out to look like it was going to be a barn burner, and Lake Superior State halted any momentum Bowling Green had in that second period, and they're going to need to reformulate something. They're going to need to come out with a different strategy here in this third period, a new revitalized energy to be able to get back into this one, because Lake Superior State had an answer for every single thing Bowling Green did on those power plays. They never looked like they set anything up perfectly. They never looked like they set up that one true shot that they were looking for or got the rebounds. It was just a period of missed opportunities for the Falcons.
Has the feel of a Ferris State game earlier in the season in Big Rapids, where Bowling Green was given a 5-minute major in the second period, did not score on it, and ended up losing 4-3 by 1 score. Well, this is a 1-score game. Bowling Green had 3 power plays. That's even more. 6 minutes of man advantage for BG that you didn't fill. And now you could be heading into a situation where you need all 3 points to clinch tomorrow, or some help by either St. Thomas or Michigan Tech, which it doesn't look too good on the scoreboard for Bowling Green and that department right now. Tyler, we saw some defensive struggles solved by Bowling Green. One, maybe because they held onto the puck the vast majority of the time, but their defense was a little bit better in that second period. Now it looks like their offense is really taking a step back. What do you want to see from the Falcons for them to get that offense back and going?
I think the offense was aggressive. We talked about it. As you're showing me this shot chart now, I mean, just peppering it everywhere, especially from that right side. The Falcons were in their attack zone. They were aggressive, if not more aggressive than the first period. The difference between the 2 periods is in the first period, I don't think they were rushing their offense at all. I think they were setting up the plays, setting up the opportunities, getting the cross-ins, being creative with the passes, and setting up unique and very good looks for the Falcons. I mean, you were having guys block the vision of Appleby. I think a lot of that went away in the second period. I think Bowling Green was rushing these opportunities. They were rushing these shots. You saw that second power play. They were taking shots within the first 5 seconds to gain the puck for the first 3 opportunities. They weren't setting up anything good. You have a man advantage. I think they should have leaned into that and utilized that more. And we know that this Lake Superior State team penalizes a lot, and they get a lot of penalty minutes. We don't know if the Falcons are going to be able to rely on power plays here in this final period. So for this Bowling Green team, I want to see them do better in face-offs. They were better in this second period. I want to see them do closer to their season average in face-offs, being able to control the puck and set up their offense. Don't let Lake Superior State dictate their own offense. Set it up, get good quality looks rather than the quantity of looks, and be able to fill 1 or 2 and get yourself a shot to clinch the home ice advantage.
The quantity of looks, at least 14 shots from inside about the 10-foot range in front of the slot, about 11 of them taken from the right wing above that right wheel, and then about 6 or 7 of them taken above the left wing wheel. One of them the goal scored by Gustav Stjernberg. Another one, Max Martin's beautiful move to the inside and then the outside to put the deke on Brandon Piku, who's playing defense on him, and to beat Rourke Appleby for the second time in the game. They're really going to have to make something happen to head into this third period and tie this game up and at least take points. But they need 3 to clinch home ice here in the Slater Family Ice Arena next week, which would be so clutch for all of us at the Falcon Media Sports Network, as well as the fans, and that's something that they certainly need this season as well, and haven't seen in 2 seasons. It's going to be a big one for Bowling Green.
Yeah, and I think it's something these fans expected when you had the hiring of Willie to be able to get home ice and be able to have a successful run, a deep run in these playoffs. This is something that the fans around this program have been dying for with the way that the last few playoff opportunities under Ty Eigner ended. They never were able to make those deep runs. I think a lot of fans, when this team went on the winning streak earlier in the season, thought that this was going to be the year. I think there's been some doubt that's crept in over the past month with some of the results. But Bowling Green has the opportunity to control their own destiny here. You win this game, you come back and win this game, you get the 3 points, and you set yourself up for home ice. It's not going to be easy, though, Ben. You look at some of these numbers. Lake Superior State, this is not good news for Bowling Green. When they are leading after 2 periods, have not lost this season. They are 10-0. On the other side, for Bowling Green, when they are trailing after the second period, they have just 1 win. They are 1-8-1. It's going to be a crucial third period here for Bowling Green to try to make a miraculous comeback.
We're certainly going to need to turn those narratives around. They do control their own destiny. Even if they lose today, they'll be able to come away with, hopefully be able to come away with 3 points tomorrow. That's all they need in the CCHA to clinch home playoff. Lake Superior State's got a lot of work to do if they want to climb out of the cellar, considering Ferris State, who they're tied with for the final Mason Cup spot, is winning 3-1 right now. Zach Fairmouth with 2 goals, Billy Renfrew with 1 for the Wildcats in Northern Michigan, and then Travis Shouty with the most recent in the third period. Ferris State leads 3-1 with about halfway expired in the third period. So it looks like Ferris State's going to take one over Northern in Big Rapids. Minnesota State's currently leading Bemidji State, who's on an absolute hot tear. Caden Bolson with a first period goal, with Luigi Bedingkaza and Campbell Psychos the 2 assists. That's all the scoring that we've had, and we're 5 minutes into the second period as well in Mankato, Minnesota, at the home of Minnesota State. And then not good news for Bowling Green as it stands right now, but good news if they end up coming back and winning this game. St. Thomas leading 2-0 over Michigan Tech in Mendota Heights, or Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ethan Gower and Ryan O'Neill, the 2 goals for St. Thomas. All 6-point scores are different for the Tommies, and they need to take as many points as they can to get themselves in a home playoff spot, which is available for them. They need to hopefully sweep Michigan Tech, or they at least need to take 4 points over Michigan Tech, and then hope Bowling Green scores less than 3. It's going to be a tall order for them, but they can certainly do it, and they control their destiny over Michigan Tech as well. So that's an exciting series going on there in Mendota Heights that between Michigan Tech and St. Thomas, with ramifications for this Bowling Green game as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun, exciting hockey that's going to happen down these final stretches of all these games. The most important here for Bowling Green, of course, is their own. You really don't want to rely on anything else happening. Neither does Lake Superior State, to be honest. And we mentioned it. This was not going to be a rollover game for Lake Superior State. Yeah, Bowling Green outscored them 6-1 in the first 2 games, but this is a Lake Superior State team that's also fighting for something at this point in the season. These teams laying all they have left out in the regular season here in this one.
Certainly are. Both teams chasing a much-needed 3-point win. Lake Superior State a little bit closer, a 3-2 lead over Bowling Green. We'll bring you back in a few minutes for a puck drop of the third period. Bowling Green looking to come back from a goal down. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Return to Radio Freedom with 88.1 FM WBGU. Northwest Ohio's community radio station offers local programming from the morning show to eclectic music shows from a variety of genres and local sports coverage. So keep it locked in right here on 88.1 FM or stream us live 24/7 on bgfalconmedia.com and the TuneIn Radio app. 88.1 FM WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
On October 26, 2024, BGSU cornerback Jordan Oladokin snagged 2 interceptions, including a pick 6, in BG's 41-26 win over rival Toledo. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus was on the call on Falcon Radio.
Minute 13 left to go. Ball picked off. Jordan Oladokin. He's got Green in front of him. Jordan Oladokin. 10, 5, touchdown Bowling Green. Ball game. 41-26, Bowling Green wins this year's edition of the Battle of I-75 up here in the Glass Bowl.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Back here in the Slater Family Ice Arena, Bowling Green with their final home barn series of the regular season as they take on Lake Superior State and are currently losing to Lake Superior State 3-2 after 2 full periods of play. Ben Korak here with Tyler Kavlitz from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Tyler, talked a little bit about in the Mardi Gras second intermission report. What do you want to see from Bowling Green coming into this third period to give them a chance over the Lakers? Come back and take some points.
I think the major thing for Bowling Green, I talked about the quality looks, but in the end, they got to find a way to fill a puck in the back of the net, and I think they got to do it within the first 5 to 7 minutes of this third period. I think if they can do it within that time span, they set themselves up that final big chunk of the period to get a good look and get the puck in the back of the net, take 3 points. But I do think they're going to need a first goal here within probably the first 7-8 minutes at the latest of this period.
Certainly true in that realm. Third period, just a couple of seconds expired. BG behind their own goal. Wrap around in front to Rourke Appleby, and now finally cleared away by Lake Superior State. Out to the blue line, passing and guarding it. He drops it back down to Martin. Martin with the puck behind the goal line. BG has spent a lot of time behind there in this game, looking for passes. It's a foot race now with Blake Humphrey. Humphrey played a lot earlier in the second period, but not a great penalty killer, which took him out of the second half of the second period. Dawson Tritt will skate into the zone. Locke sticks with Ben Duran. Duran back there with Ben Wozni, the two Bens. Looking to clear it out. Dawson Tritt comes up with it, looking for a pass. Cross it over into the slot, and Lewandowski can't land it. That's 2 assists for Lewandowski today, his 7th and his 8th on the season. He's got the puck now behind the goal. Back around to Waters on the right wing for Bowling Green in their defensive zone. And he'll get it pulled away by Ben Wozni, who holds onto the puck in his own zone. Now lead pass up. Ben Duran fighting with Mike Brown for it. It's turned over by Bowling Green in the zone. Still a 50-50 puck here on the right wing boards. And now back outside the blue line to McKinley, although he'll have no contest at holding on to this puck. Sternberg up through center, off the stick into O'Hara, and down to the goal line again as Jaden Grant will chase. Nate Schweitzer, 3 penalties in this game, 6 total minutes. None of them resulted in a Bowling Green goal. Unfortunately enough for the Falcons. Not bad penalties to be taking if you're Schweitzer, and that way up to 10 penalties this season. McKinley, deep pass off the stick of Emerson. And, not off the stick of Emerson. It's into the zone. It's going to be an icing against BG.
You know, Ben, we also got to give credit to Rourke Appleby for just the performance and stifling this Bowling Green offense. Yeah, we can talk about the miscues that they have done, but 19 saves in that second period for Appleby, and just hasn't let Bowling Green get any opportunities or looks, and got to give credit to him where it's due.
BG, who was trailing 15-10 and shots on goal at one point, get 18 straight, now leading 28-15 in the shot on goal department. Good chance for Lake Superior State there, but Sternberg takes it away down the ice. The Lakers have the puck and taking it down. Only a matter of time before they play their 2-men back defense, as many CCHA teams do. They sport the 1-0 lead in this game with about 2.5 minutes expired in the third. Shot in off the stick of Stover as he knocks it away. Batchelder on the left wing, now around. Bowling Green will grab the puck. Ben Wozni up the right wing. Pass to center to Emanen. Backhand pass up the ice is intercepted by the Lakers. Emanen with a good stick. He gets it away again. Now out to Owen Ozar. Ozar on the left wing. He's pushed away. Knocked down to his knees by Grant Heineman.
Ozar could have had a look there. I think he saw the defender, hesitated just a bit, kept sliding in. By the time he tried to pull the trigger on that shot, defenseman right there couldn't get it off.
Venegoni goes for a check to Foe, but he gets it away in time. Scardina and Fighton on the forecheck. Two seniors fifth-year seniors being honored tomorrow during senior night and the final game of the regular season for Bowling Green at home. Passing it up, turns the puck over. Defensive turnovers have been a huge theme today for Bowling Green. Weird hop off the boards. They have the puck on the right wing. Martin up the right wing now. A little bit of open ice ahead. He looks like he's trying to beat Blanchett. Crossover into center. Fighton was there on the door, but he slapped it to the far wing.
Falcon.
Now to McKinley. McKinley slap shot, deflected in front.
Falcon lost the glove. I'm not sure exactly who that is.
Again, taking it in front. Appleby shuts it down. Surprised that every Falcon out there has a glove on. Oh, they didn't. Max Martin was playing without one. I didn't think he was allowed to play without a glove.
Yeah, I was expecting a whistle to be blown when I saw that.
Maybe the referee didn't see it either.
Must have not. Dangerous
to play without a glove as well.
Yeah.
But under 3.5 minutes expired in the third. 3-2 still Lake Superior State. The A offensive lineup out for Bowling Green now. Waters, Duran, and O'Hara. Face-off taken away by the Lakers. Conrad is mugged. O'Hara down the left wing into the zone. 3-on-2 for Bowling Green if they can get the spacing right. Shot in by O'Hara off the high glass outside of the zone. Now Lewandowski chases it down the left wing. He's got the puck. Bumped up by McKinley, who puts a big hit on him.
That was a beautiful hit by McKinley.
And Sternberg with a beautiful pass on the back end of the play. Now up the right wing. Brody Waters. His shot is blocked, and he now has to knock it down into the zone. BG giving chase. Out to Timo Bakos. Bakos to Waters. Waters behind the goal. Leading goal scorer for Bowling Green and for these two squads. Sasha Telegwin tied with him at 14 on the season. But Telegwin not playing today. The two highest scorers for Lake Superior State, Sasha Telegwin and Connor Milburn, neither one of them are playing this game due to injury. Hasn't played in about a week for both. This one's tipped up into the offensive zone. Out of play for BG.
We talked about that pregame. We were looking for some guys to step up for Lake Superior State, and they found it. They found that production from some of these guys with Telegwin and Milburn down, and they've been able to get just enough offensive production. Still trailing pretty heavily in the shots on goal, but they've capitalized on the key opportunities that they've had.
First line, all three first line forwards have scored in the game. Lewandowski 2 assists, Bakos with a goal, and Dawson Tripp with an assist as well. At the blue line, the Laker wears a hit, back around. Stover being bumped a little bit there by Brandon Piku, and out to Santawana.
Looks like Brody Waters almost pushed Piku and his stick into Stover.
Wrist shot, rebound chance, and Rourke Appleby shuts it down as there's some pushing going on in front of the blue paint.
That looks like it's Jaden Grant down there down low once again. A couple scuffles for Grant today.
5 minutes expired exactly as he got a little bit too close with Appleby. Appleby's up to 28 saves, 2 goals allowed in this game. Tristan Stover's tanking his save percentage, although he hasn't had a lot of defensive help, as 2 rebound chances have been 2 of his 3 goals given up, the other one on the power play.
And you wonder how much of that, too, maybe is just he's a little slow on some of these, hasn't seen, live action on the ice in 2 weeks. That could also be a little bit of a factor for him.
Senior goaltender, again, another one that'll be honored tomorrow in senior night. Flip up the ice, 2-on-2 the other way for the Lakers. Still in the neutral zone, shot off the stick of Sternberg into the high glass. Pietola takes it away. Everett Pietola out to the blue line. Had a couple of brothers that played for Michigan Tech. Blake Pietola being the main one, the goaltender. One of the best goaltenders in the CCHA last season. Chase Pietola currently still playing for the Huskies. And they're 2-0 losing Endeavor in Minneapolis.
And Ben, we talked about that. You asked me what you wanted to see from this Falcons team, that goal in that first 5 to 7 minute range. We're now about 6 minutes down here in the third period. Bowling Green still yet to fill one. They're getting towards the end of that time frame of being comfortable to get a goal and be able to come back and win this one.
Looks like Paston's going to take a penalty there as he knocked Ulrich down to the ice. So you're going to head onto the penalty kill right there. And Pasterson knows it as he got to stick a little bit high. Probably going to be a high sticking. Interference they're going to get him for. Knocked the defender down to the ice or the offender, I should say. 14-10 left to play in the third. 2-minute penalty kill for Bowling Green, who's already allowed 2 power play goals on back-to-back penalties accrued. One to Jacob Conrad, is 5th of the season, and one to John Harrington, is 4th of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about the struggles Bowling Green's had in the power play 1 for 5, but Lake Superior State's been pretty darn good with theirs. 2 for 3 here today.
Flipped outside the zone. Emerson ices it down. Good special teams play from Bowling Green defensively. Not even close to how the Lakers have played in this game. 2 power plays connected. Penalty kills as successful as can be. Piku has to reverse field to get his guys on sides. He's open in the slot, but no pass got to him. Out to the blue line again. There's 3 Lakers there, a little bit out of position. Grant with the puck. Out to Emerson, who dumps it up the ice. Fighton will have to get on and get a couple of guys to change. It's Fighton and Scardina out there with Parker and McKinley, and that one's iced back down clinically by Bowling Green again. $1:10 left to play in the penalty kill. Appleby plays the puck.
Bowling Green's going to need a few more of those to break this one.
Fighton on a shallow forecheck, about at his own blue line. 3 Falcons on the red line as they'll try and defend the Lakers. Scardina to Lewandowski. Lewandowski, his shot is kicked off of Stover and high in the air. McKinley to Scardina. Scardina slaps at the puck. Gets it 50-50. Now Fighton will hold on to this one, flip it outside the zone again, and he'll head off for a change. Emanen and Santawana on for Bowling Green. A rare penalty killing lineup there with Sternberg and Norris on the back end. Lewandowski smeared up against the boards. Batchelder across to Ulrich. Ulrich back up at the top to Druskinis. Druskinis to Lewandowski on the left wing. Lewandowski, his pass is off the skate of the Falcons. Now Lake Superior setting something up here. Lewandowski to the middle, Druskinis. Out to the right wing, and Johnny Harrington. On Harrington, down to Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Batchelder. Batchelder wears a hit to Druskinis. Slap shot, blocked by Ulrich. Another chance on the rebound, saved by Stover, who went to glove it, but ended up knocking it away. Out of the box comes the Falcon. It's a rebound chance. Another one, shot in, saved by Stover, kicked away by Bowling Green down the ice. The successful but hard-fought penalty kill by the Falcons.
Tremendous job by Christian Stover. First shot, blocked it, came back to his left and blocked the one you were talking about, trying to glove, and then a couple deflections on a couple rebounds by Lake Superior State, keeping them from getting on the board once again.
Stood on his head there for the last about 15 seconds of that power play once Lake Superior started to set some things up. Wozni goes for the body. Around to Jack Blanchett. Blanchett with the shot in, deflected away by Ben Duran off of his back.
That was a missed opportunity for Lake Superior State. I don't think Christian Stover ever saw that puck. It was over to his left side.
Completely screened. Stover reaches his stick out and forces the puck away. That was a good play by Christian Stover with the stick to disrupt it. Waters, good pass, low angle shot, and a save by Appleby again. BG's high quality chances have not come too frequently.
No.
And late in the second and in the third, even though they've had a lot due to the power play.
And what Lake Superior State was setting up on that last possession is what I'm kind of looking for Bowling Green to do. They didn't rush the shots. They took their time, found the good opportunity, and because of that good opportunity that Stover was not able to block and corral cleanly, they're able to get a couple rebounds off of it and able to get a couple more good looks. Bowling Green just hasn't been able to create more opportunities for themselves on their misses.
11:15 left to play in the third. This third period going by fast, mainly because Bowling Green needs a goal to tie it up and take points at least. They need 3 to clinch.
There also haven't been many penalties, just 1 so far.
Dawson Tritt with a shot as he was falling over, but it was a pretty weak one. Passanen avoids the hit, out to the left wing, and Max Martin. Martin's got a goal in this game. His lead pass up to Fighton connects, and now Mike Brown puts a hit on him and takes the puck away clean. Scardina behind, crossing pass. Fighton with a shot, and he missed the goal. Seth Fighton with a heck of an opportunity there. Not necessarily the guy you want on a great offensive opportunity.
No, and he was blocked on the right side. I think he tried to bring it back to the left side where there was an opening and just missed. But that was a look for Bowling Green. Just like you said, I think the wrong guy in that opportunity at the moment for the Falcons.
Grant spins Piku out of play. Now with the puck out to the right wing, it's Santawana. Santawana flips up the right wing now. Schweitzer's back there, and he gets it out to the forward of Carter Batchelder. Up the ice. Shot from Harrington is wide of the goal. Santawana puts a hit on Schweitzer. Schweitzer and Santawana have done a lot in this game physically against each other. Schweitzer, again, a little bit bigger, but Santawana not backing down from the forecheck. Wozni to Parker. Parker pass up to the left wing at Emanen, and Emanen's lead pass up to Foe is long. Chasing it back down is Druskinis. Druskinis, a transfer from Michigan, wraps it around his goal, takes it up. Owen Ozar on the forecheck, turns it over in the offensive zone. Right wing, Owen Ozar, he's forced away from the play. Maybe could have got a call there. It was Owen Ozar as he was kind of tangled up. But it was a good defensive play to even break it up. Now foot race back from McKinley against Blake Humphrey.
Under 10 minutes to play now in this period, down to about 9.5 minutes to go.
Next stoppage will be our immediate timeout. Bowling Green needs a goal and needs a goal pretty soon. To the blue line, up in the air. Passanen will look over his head. McKinley will chase into the zone. Blake Humphrey. McKinley was pushed away from the play by Humphrey. Middle of the ice in the Falcon defensive zone. Foe dumps it down, knowing that Duran would be the lead man for Bowling Green. It's not an icing, even though he was aside of the center line, but Duran can't get an offensive play, and now the Lakers take it away. 8:50 left to play in the third period. Stover kicks the puck outside of the blue line, and BG will connect with this one in their own zone. 8:40 left in the third. 3-2 Lake Superior State. BG still leading in shots on goal by a large bit, but those three back-to-back offensive power plays that they didn't convert on are going to bite them when it comes down to the end of this game.
56 shots, 32 shots on goal for Bowling Green today. Just two goals to show for it, though.
Certainly an impressive number. O'Hara discs it out to center. Good pass to Duran. Duran out. Waters with a shot, and it looks like he almost beat Appleby. Appleby had a low reaction on it.
That was one of those quality looks you're talking about for the Falcons. That was one of them, not able to capitalize on it.
Up the ice, gloved by Stover, and held on to for the media timeout. 8 minutes left to play in the third period. 3-2. Bowling Green trailing Lake Superior State. They need one to take at least a point, and they need 3 points to clinch a home playoff next week. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Broadcasting from the Michael and Sarah Killeen Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University, this is WBGU 88.1 FM, your source for local news, music, and sports. Return to Radio Freedom with Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Available locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online on bgfalconmedia.com and the TuneIn Radio app. WBGU Bowling Green, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Goalie's back in the nets after the media timeout. 8 minutes left to play in the third. BG needs a goal to tie it up and take some points, as the rest of the CCHA is favoring a Bowling Green win, but not favoring a Bowling Green loss. St. Thomas is beating Michigan Tech right now, and Minnesota State's beating Bemidji State. At ideal circumstances if Bowling Green wins this game, but they need 2 goals to do it.
Yeah, it's a very uphill battle for the Falcons now, which is what they've put themselves into. Down 3-2. We talked about that window, that about 7-minute window that ended at the 13-minute to go mark. You're down to 8 minutes to go. That's a short time frame to score 2 goals in. Not impossible, but improbable right now for the Falcons.
Out to the blue line. Schweitzer, the shot in, is back around for Bowling Green. Martin behind his own goal to Parker. Parker up to the left wing.
Do have to give credit to the Bowling Green defenders doing a better job there by the crease. Since Lake Superior State went up 3-2.
Centering pass by what looked to be Ulrich. Cannot connect. Flip in the center. Ulrich's number, I believe, is wrong on the line sheet. He's wearing 29 on the ice. He's wearing 24 on the line chart. Bowling Green, good toe drag to the inside. Ethan Scardina pokes it toward Rourke Appleby. It's still in front. Stjernberg crashes all the way in. He's got the puck behind the goal. Back out, slap shot, Dalton Norris scores! Dalton Norris ties it up! Beautiful pass by Gustav Stjernberg.
And Scardina, after creating some action in the first half of that play, stayed down there by the crease, being physical, blocking Appleby's vision once again. Give Scardina some credit on that one.
First goal of the third period, a game tying from Bowling Green. That duo of Stjernberg and Norris, I mean, they have clutched up in this game defensively, offensively, got 2 goals already. What a goal from Bowling Green, and a timely one at that.
And Bowling Green keeping themselves in the fight as we're seeing the replay here. You see Scardina come back out in front of the crease, block Appleby's vision, shot goes in right past him. And Bowling Green now ties it up, 7 minutes, 17 seconds to play. Well enough time to get another one in the back of the net if you're the Falcons.
Damon Witten discussing something with the referees, possibly looking to challenge. I don't know what they could be challenging. I didn't see.
I don't think it's enough for interference in front of Appleby.
I don't think they made contact, and I don't think he was standing inside of the blue paint as it is.
There was contact. I didn't see the Lake Superior State player, but there was contact with them, of course, shoving. I don't think they ever made contact with the nets, the pipes. I don't think they made contact with Appleby. That looked like a clean goal from our replays.
Looks like we're going to get a replay.
They are going to challenge it, though.
They're going to challenge for goaltender interference. So we will take a step back real quick and bring you back when this thing is sorted out by the referees. 7:17 left to play in the third. 3-3 for right now. BGSU hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Be a part of the return to Radio Freedom on WBGU FM. Our non-commercial programming efforts rely on the support of our local community. WBGU offers sponsorship opportunities in the form of underwriting. Underwriting is an effective method of gaining exposure for your business in Northwest Ohio and helps us continue producing local content. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news.
Well, the replay has taken momentum away from Bowling Green today, and it's taken a goal away as well, as apparently the goaltender was interfered with in the Lake Superior State goal. So it's back down to 3-2. Dalton Norris does not get credit for a goal.
It had to be something with Scardina, but I didn't see it on the initial replay. We never really got another good look to see it. I know you didn't get that great of a look to know exactly what they were looking at, but that is a surprising decision to say the least.
Heartbreaking. We'll have to go back on the Midco broadcast and see truly what they saw there. Not
very well could have been something that we didn't see from up here.
Not too much in my opinion, but that's a brutal one to take away. So Bowling Green with some more work to do. Under 7 left to play in the third period. 3-2 as Lake Superior State leads.
Makes this uphill battle just that much harder. Instead of 7 minutes to score 1 goal, you got to score 2 if you want 3 points. But I think at this point right now, Bowling Green will take another one to fight for it in overtime.
Onside, pass across, Emanen. Emanen with a shot in, deflected away. Ozar's there behind the goal line. Dumps it back down and lets Emanen chase again. O'Hara's out there. His shifts are probably going to go way up as he's been on the ice for, I think, 2 goals in this game, and then the third one that was taken away. Backhanded down by McKinley behind to Piku. Piku is dumped away. Bowling Green gets one change out. Foe streaking in toward the slot, but no pass coming from Emanen as he was tied up. Foe now behind the goal. Brett Foe back around as he puts the brakes on.
And I think
out to McKinley and on the ice.
Mike Brown wanting a tripping call back there. He got slipped up a little bit behind the net. Tried to fight for a call, didn't get one.
Pretty upset about it. Oh, that's in front. Misplayed. That puck was severely misplayed and almost could have been an own goal against Bowling Green.
Could have been a lot worse.
Jack Blanchett dumps it back down. He's got a lot of shifts in this game for the extra skater.
That was Brett Foe who misplayed that puck just by the crease.
Around to Adam Barone, up to Scardina. Scardina, it's a little bit long for him. Grant Heinman, Lake Superior State now playing 2 men back at all times with 5 minutes left to play in the third. BG needs another goal. Stover plays the puck and leaves it to Santawana.
A little bit of a hockey prevent defense going on.
Santawana backhands it up to Jaden Grant. The whistle blows, and it's going to be offsides, I think, against BG. So it'll come out to central ice again with 5 minutes left to play in the third period. That is a heartbreaking goal to wash off of the board, considering the timing of it. And you could be taking possibility of points away from Bowling Green today, much needed points at that.
Once again, it's just that momentum killer. We saw it earlier with the review that brought a couple guys back out onto the ice and just took away the momentum Bowling Green had. If you're the Falcons, all that adrenaline, it's a big dump after that. You build up your adrenaline for the goal, you have your blood racing, you're ready to go, and then you get that and you're back down to earth.
2 straight saves by Appleby. Flipped up by Lake Superior State. Knocked down. Onsides for Bowling Green. Brody Waters on the right wing. His shot in is high of Appleby. Now clears out to the high slot at Duran. Duran up to the left wing. Shot in, blocked. Still in there is Eric Parker, and taken away down the right wing by Luke Lewandowski. Lewandowski's been one of the best players on the ice in this game. Stover gloves his shot and holds on to it for the 18th save of the game.
That was a nice save there by Stover with the glove. Now 4.5 minutes to go for Bowling Green, approaching do or die time for the Falcons, Ben.
You do have the empty net within the last 2 minutes or so. You've been bad at defending it. You gotta really hope that you can be good at scoring on it.
We'll see how,
and as we say that, quick wrist shot off the draw and a score by what looked to be Brandon Piku from the high right wing wheel.
I was about to say before that, we'll see how aggressive Willie is with that empty net. I think that may have answered the question right there.
A lot more aggressive now.
Yep.
4:33 left to play in the third period. 4-2 Lake Superior State.
That is a gut-wrenching goal scored there by Lake Superior State.
Backos took his second point of the game on an assist. That's his 12th assist of the season. Brandon Piku with his 8th goal of the season as well. On an even strength. 4-2 lead, and Bowling Green has got a very tall order now to come back against this Laker team. 4.5 minutes, you need 2.
I mean, Lake Superior State's done it with that supporting cast. Piku just another guy in the laundry list of names that stepped up for the Lakers in the absence of Telegreen and Milburn. They just had the answers in the depth on their offense, and the Bowling Green defense caught lacking a few times here.
At the goal line, Grant around. Scardina's there as well as he takes a pretty large shove out to the blue line again. Scardina's still there. He's got the puck. Oh, that's Grant. Now it's offsides. The Lakers take it away and ice it back down. Bowling Green had the empty net. Now William Ulrich with the puck. Still an empty net for Bowling Green. They can't get guys off and now turn it back over. And a severely aggressive empty net pull by Willie.
I like that move, though. You have nothing to lose right now. You're down 4-2. You need a goal.
He needs the points, absolutely. Just any points at all. But you can't turn the puck over. This one's iced down wide right of the goal. BG will be the first team back, and it'll be an icing against the Lakers. 3:40 left to play in the third. Stover will sit on the bench for a minute.
You got Vola at the end of that bench, too.
Well, I'll be operating the door in case BG needs to get a quick change.
Yeah. Stover sitting right down there next to Evola. Casey's called upon to go back on the ice. 3:40 to play.
Emanen, Emerson, Foe, Martin, Parker, and Stjernberg on for Bowling Green. Off the draw, the Laker chip down. Oh, this one doesn't have enough. Can it get there? No, it can't. Bowling Green takes it away. Eric Parker just stopped it short. I don't think it had the gas to get there, but a lucky shot by Lake Superior State on the falling draw. Stjernberg takes a step to the inside. Out to Parker at the top. Parker to Foe. Foe, slap shot, score! Deflected in front by Bowling Green. Billy Emanen looked like he got it. That's one. One more needed.
Tremendous job by the Falcons executing. That's where their success this season has been, or their success this game, I should say, has been, is blocking the view of Appleby and getting deflections by the crease. We'll see a replay here exactly how they did it. And just perfectly executed by Bowling Green. And now with that goal, 3:17 to play, down by 1, Christian Stover back in the goal.
You have to for the center ice faceoff, but you have to know that they'll pull him as soon as they can. That means the goaltending for Willie, brilliant to get a goal with 3:17 left to play in the third, because you have 3 minutes to get another goal here if you're the Falcons. Brilliant coaching.
I know. That is an insanely aggressive play to pull out Christian Stover, the leader in the NCAA in save percentage that early on the clock, but I love it because of that exact reason, what you saw. And Stover staying in the goal for now with 3:10 and counting to play.
Emanen with the goal. That's his 6th of the season, an instant impact transfer player from Bowling Green out of Union College. It'll be an icing against the Lakers. Is Stover going to head off? Beautiful play. Bowling Green's going to get their guys on that they need. It's going to be all the offenders. Waters, O'Hara, Duran, Scardina.
I love that.
Norris and Grant. They're only going to go one defenseman, and it's Norris.
You need a goal.
3 minutes. Actually, the Slater has cleared out a little bit as it's come back down to a one-score game for all those.
I think a lot of them left on that 4th goal to put it up 4-2.
For any of you listening in the car, you're missing out on what could be a pretty good comeback for Bowling Green. Not done yet, though. Norris with the puck on the right wing. Back to the center at O'Hara. O'Hara the shot in, hit high on what looked to be Brandon Piku. Another shot in is held on by Appleby on the receiving end. And some shoves going on. Number 22, Timo Bakos, actually wore a puck so high.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think it was up in the face area. I think it was high shoulders. But he took a big one. 2:46 left to play in the third. 4-3 Lake Superior State. BG would be lucky to just come away with points after this.
They still have a lot of time to play. 2:46 on the clock is a long time. And if they can keep it right where they have it right now, they're set up for a good number of opportunities.
Grant loses the face-off. Schweitzer wants to go off of the glass and out, but it flips outside the zone. It could have very well been a delay of game call against the Lakers, considering it was clearly intentional to get it that high. Now, whether they thought he was trying to get it outside is up for debate, but Grant in the wheel.
Total judgment decision right there.
Face-off won by Bowling Green. Back out to the blue line. O'Hara with the puck. Now a turnover. Slapped up the ice. It's going to be wide left of the goal, and it's going to be an icing against the Lakers. That was a prime opportunity to put this game on ice, so to speak, for Lake Superior.
Boy, did Bowling Green get lucky right there. Ben just rushed that shot, poking it down the other end of the ice. I'm not exactly sure who that was taking it, but Bowling Green lucked out there, giving them another opportunity to fight for this with 2:33 to play. That could have very well been a 5-3 game.
Face-off won by the Lakers. They lead 40-33 in that department. Still in the zone of Bowling Green. Out to O'Hara at the blue line. Still back in the zone. Was it off a Laker stick or a Falcon? It's off a Laker, so it's going to be another icing, and they can keep Stover on the ice. Looks like they changed the assists on the most recent goal. To be, they gave it to Max Martin.
Okay.
Which I really do not agree with.
No, I'm not.
I don't know if that's accurate. Sternberg Parker
sure
and Max Martin is on right now. I'm not going to trust that because it was clearly Emanen that deflected it down.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And it was clearly Gustav Sternberg that had the original shot in as well. So Bowling Green iced down again by the Lakers, wide left of the goal. They've had 5 tries and missed all 5 of them. It's going to be another icing. BG needs to win a faceoff right here. I mean, this is clutch time, faceoff winning.
This is what has been a major strength of this team this season. 52.9% face-off winning percentage this season. Next closest has been 51.4%. Lake Superior State is third in the CCHA, but They are decimating the Falcons in that category right now.
Grant has taken it. He's the only Falcon with a winning face-off winning percentage, 11-7. But he gets kicked out in favor of Scardina.
Now Grant's going to come back in now.
Grant's going to enter back in. Duran and Scardina also out there. Out to the blue line. O'Hara can't keep it in. It's all the way down. He's at a foot race with Dawson Tritt. Can he get there first? Tritt's going to be the first one there to avoid the icing. Norris in there, pinning up Tritt. BG looking to get it out.
Still no goaltender on the ice.
There. No goaltender for Bowling Green. Now Scardina takes it. He's got to take a second, and he leaves it back. Gets his guys some room.
Under 2 to play.
Waters down the right wing to Mike Brown. Pinned it up against the boards. Mike Brown goes for a shove on Waters. Waters in the right wing corner. BG still looking in. O'Hara, the only Falcon guarding the blue line as the rest of them are in trying to get the puck. Norris on the right wing. Still looking to get it away. He got it kind of free there. And now dumped back down behind the goal line and still pinned up.
90 seconds to play at Slater Family Ice Arena.
It's like the Lakers just trying to tie up play as long as they can. Out to Duran. Duran will poke it away to O'Hara. O'Hara with the puck. Looks to get it down. Trying to get it outside the blue line are the Lakers. Norris, not the fleetest of foot, but he'll get there. His bank pass out to central ice.
Tremendous effort by Don Norris getting to that puck.
O'Hara to the right wing. Max Martin. Martin down to the goal line. 1:06 left to play. It's in front. Rebound chances for Bowling Green. Goes wide of the goal. BG gets it back out to the blue line.
1 minute to play now.
Sternberg across to Foe. Foe stops the puck beautifully. Down to O'Hara. O'Hara on the right wing. 60 seconds left to play. At the blue line. Iced back down. Wide right of the goal again. Sternberg in a foot race. It's an icing against the Lakers. 46 left to play in the third. Empty net for Bowling Green. 6 skaters on 5, and they need a goal.
Do or die time has arrived for Bowling Green. Under a minute to play, still trailing by a goal.
O'Hara showing frustration as he skates off to the bench, as he's expelled his energy, and he's probably going to not get any more shifts in this game.
You could see it on a couple times he ran down the ice. He looked gassed. It looked like the legs were not fully under him.
The best offender for Bowling Green, just too exhausted. Parker to the right wing. Foe with the shot in, and glove saved by Appleby. Foe from that right wing has done some great things with the puck on his stick. That was another good shot, but Appleby shut it down.
Just unlucky Appleby got the glove on it, was able to secure it. Otherwise, you're probably looking at a rebound opportunity for Bowling Green. Appleby just has not offered many of those looks
Rourke
for
Appleby,
the Falcons today.
3 goals, 39 saves, 929 save percentage. Making a comeback chance for a win. His first in 7 games played. BG's battling for the puck on the right wing boards. Scardina in there as well. 30 seconds left to play in the game. Grant Heinman, the captain, up the glass outside of the zone. BG will have to chase down. They got time for one more drive to tie this up and take points. 3 points needed to have a home CCHA playoff. Up the zone, BG will chase. O'Hara back on the ice. He's a step slow given the amount of shifts that he's had.
10 seconds to play.
Puck to the right wing. Norris. BG's got to make a move. Out to Scardina, behind the goal. Lake Superior State's pinned it up. 3 seconds left to play. They're just going to hold on to the puck, and that's going to be it. Lake Superior State takes a hard-fought win over Bowling Green, 4-3. And the Falcons will need their 3 points tomorrow to hold on to a home playoff and avoid a collapse in the last 4 games of the season like they had in the 2023-2024 season.
That is a gut-wrenching loss. If you are Bowling Green, a game that you dominated the shots, on goal. You had 5 power play opportunities, and you fall 4-3. And I mean, we haven't seen a tremendous replay on it, but that goal that was wiped off the board with goaltender interference is looming large over this loss right now.
4-3 Lake Superior State win. Tyler and I will talk about it in a few minutes in postgame. You're listening to BGSU Hockey on WBGU 88.1 FM.
WBGU 88.1 FM is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. As a non-commercial radio station, our programming efforts are supported by underwriting sponsorships from local businesses. Underwriting is an effective method of gaining exposure for your business in Northwest Ohio and helps us continue producing local content. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
Underwriting sponsorships on Northwest Ohio's community radio station are now available. Get your business's information out to the local community and show your support for 88.1 FM WBGU. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorships at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com. Thanks for your continued support of everything we do here at WBGU 88.1 FM, Northwest Ohio's community radio station. For over 70 years, WBGU 88.1 FM has provided local news, sports, and entertainment to Northwest Ohio. As a non-commercial radio station, WBGU relies on the generous contributions of local businesses in the form of underwriting. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorship at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com. Thanks for your continued support of everything we do here at WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in the Slater, depressing feel after the game for Lake Superior State, 3 Bowling Green. Ben Korak here with Tyler Kavlitz. Tyler, it looked like we had a little bit of a comeback going at the end. 3 minutes, 17 seconds of extra man advantage on the empty netter, on the empty net for Bowling Green. They had an extra attacker for all that time, but not able to put one past. And you're looking back on that second period where you had 3 power plays, and you're thinking to yourself, this is a completely different game if you're able to get those.
Yeah, I mean, that is, we can talk about the goal that was wiped off the board, but that second period's going to be the story of the game. I mean, we'll say the numbers again, 19 shots on goal compared to 2, 33 total shots compared to 7. To not come away with a goal on 3 straight power plays with those numbers is extremely disappointing, disheartening to say the least for this Falcons team. And we've talked about the scenarios the entire game. Then this team now puts themselves in a position where they need a clean win in regulation tomorrow to clinch that home playoff spot and take out any other factors happening. So they've put themselves in that situation. They'll need to come out strong tomorrow and put on a good performance.
A lot that you can take away from this game as far as improvement goes. The Falcons opened up scoring. Gustav Stierenberg on the power play, an electric goal. A few minutes later, Max Martin scored a second one for Bowling Green, but in between those, Timo Bakos with a goal for the Lakers. Jacob Conrad with another one and tied it up 2-2 through one period of play. The only goal in the second, John Harrington's on the power play. He scored a power play goal on 1 or 2 opportunities, I believe. Bowling Green scored 0 on their 3 opportunities. Harrington with the power play goal and the game tying goal as it's ended up being. Brandon Piku with the game winner and the 4th goal for Lake Superior State. They took a 4-2 lead. And then Ville Immonen with a clutch time goal on a shot in by Brett Foe. He tipped it in. Is not credited on the score sheet yet. Now he finally is. Foe is given. I don't know what they're doing with the stat sheet.
I think we did have a goal.
Take it from me. Ville Immonen with a pass in by, or a shot in by Brett Foe that was tipped by Ville Immonen. That was the goal. Immonen should get the goal on that. So, but Bowling Green with that 3rd goal pulled the goalie with about 3 minutes left to play. Just not able to convert it. And you look back on those power plays and some of those missed opportunities for BG, and those are learning experiences. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty of the season, that's really some that you need to convert. You absolutely have to, and it's unforgivable that you didn't.
Yeah, these are situations that you kind of expect to have during the first, 3-4 weeks of the season. During the non-conference stretch where you're still figuring things out, you're still getting used to playing with these guys and getting a rhythm down. It's not things that you expect to happen on the last day of February when you're coming close to the Mason Cup. It's things that, like you said, unforgivable. It's just you can't have that happen, especially after a period where you have momentum and you score 2 goals in that first period. Overall, the total numbers, you lead in shots 68-39. You lead in shots of almost double Lake Superior State, 42-22. But in the end, you lose the face-off battle, 44-34. and you're just not able to capitalize on the opportunities, especially those power plays going 1 for 5. Lake Superior State capitalizes on theirs, goes 2 for 4. That's the story of the game.
Certainly is. Bowling Green felt like the better team in this game, but also felt like they did not play as well and didn't really deserve to get the win. I think we would have talked about that in our post game if they had tied it up and maybe taken an overtime win or something, that it wouldn't have felt like they should have deserved it.
Sometimes, Ben, it's better to be lucky than to be good.
It certainly is, and we'll have to look back and see on that goal by Dalton Norris that was taken away, see if it was actually goaltender interference. It was a short review, so you might want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but we didn't see anything. Tyler didn't see anything on the replay. I didn't see anything in live gameplay. We'll see if it was just a good screen or what the deal is there. 9 Lakers scored points in the game. None of them scored double. None of them, got 2 points in the game. Bowling Green did the same. They're 3 goal scorers and 4 assisters, 7 total players. None of them doubled up on points in this game. Makes it really hard to judge our pick the stick, but Ryan O'Hara and Ethan Scardina each had assists. Each took a half a point, and myself and Lucas Kleinmeyer are going to split a win. Each of us get a half a point. Tyler Kavlitz's Christian Stover, unfortunately, had -2 points in today's game, so not a good rebound pick for you, Tyler, but Ben Duran.
Probably bow out of the contest for the rest of the season. I think I'm out of contention
maybe
to win it. So
yeah, well, as am I, but we'll look to playoffs as well. Bowling Green's at least guaranteed to make the playoffs. And then Emerson and Duran also did not get a point for Holden Ruck or Nick Windholtz. So Lucas, congratulations. Technically three wins in a row and pick the stick. Half a point to Lucas, half a point to myself, and pick the sticks. Final score 4-3, Lake Superior State on top of Bowling Green. Tyler, going into tomorrow's game, where Bowling Green is a must take 3 points, or they need some help from the St. Thomas and Michigan Tech game that's going to be going on. What do you want to see from Bowling Green to be able to take 3 in a regulation win tomorrow?
They just need to capitalize on the opportunities. You can't go that stretch of power plays again. You know something's going to happen, and that something that's going to happen is Lake Superior State's going to continue to commit penalties. They're going to continue going into the box. That's been their common trend the entire season. That's really, frankly, probably a major reason why they are so low in the standings, is that is a major weakness of theirs. And the Falcons just were not able to expose it in this first game. So I think you're going to need that to step up. And the defending around Stover in that crease for the first about 30 minutes of the contest just wasn't up to par for what Bowling Green needed, especially in a return game for Christian Stover. So that's going to need to be better, especially out of the gates tomorrow, if Bowling Green's going to want to get ahead and stay ahead in the contest.
Certainly areas of improvement for Bowling Green heading into the last regular season game against Lake Superior State at home tomorrow. As far as the rest of the CCHA goes, Ferris State beat Northern Michigan 5-1 at the end of the game. 2 empty netters by Caden Galt at the end of period number 3. And then they completed a 5-1 win over Northern. Problems for Northern continue, but they're not going to make the Mason Cup anyway. And Ferris State, with a regulation win, is still tied with Lake Superior State for that final spot. No shift in the standings that low. Minnesota State and Bemidji State tied 1-0. Or I'm sorry, Minnesota State leading Bemidji State 1-0 right now. 14 minutes left to play in the third period. It looks like Minnesota State's going to compete it, but Bemidji's hot and only 1 goal down. That's certainly something that can turn around in the next 5 minutes. Michigan Tech and St. Thomas. St. Thomas leads 3-0 over the Huskies. Lucas Wallen, the most recent goal, as they lead 3-0 over Michigan Tech. A regulation win for the Tommies would mean that they vault ahead of both Bowling Green and Michigan Tech, considering both of them will be handed a loss. They will sit at 41 points. Michigan Tech and Bowling Green at 40 clean, and then Bowling Green's going to have to hope that Michigan Tech ends up clean winning against St. Thomas tomorrow, or that St. Thomas clean wins against Michigan Tech tomorrow, and the Falcons just take points. That's the way that it goes. They still do control their own destiny. If they win outright, they are going to be in the home playoff. It just matters what seed they're going to be. But if they take 2, 1, or none, they're going to need some help. And I don't think if they take none, they cannot get in. So they just need points tomorrow, and they got to hope. They got to really hope something goes their way in the standings as well. So we will talk about our Falcon Media Sports Network broadcast real quick. Upcoming tomorrow, men's basketball versus Ball State at home in our Stroh Center, 2 p.m. Foster Rosti and Holden Ruck will have the call on Falcon Radio. So certainly tune into that. Holden Ruck, our board operator today, tune into his broadcast on Falcon Radio tomorrow, located at bgfalconmedia.com. at 1:45 for pregame. Women's basketball also plays tomorrow at 2 p.m. at NIU. Lucas Kleinmeyer on the call on WBGU 88.1 FM at 1:45 for pregame as well. Both of those games going on at the same time, so tune into one of the two. Women's basketball at NIU, men's basketball versus Ball State, WBGU 88.1 FM or Falcon Radio, both found on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. And then tomorrow as well, Lake Superior State and Bowling Green here in this Slater Family Ice Arena. BG just needs points and needs 3 to be able to clinch officially. 6:45 for pregame, 7 p.m. for puck drop. Myself and Joe Bornstein, who is a BGSU broadcasting legend, called the national championship game in 1984 for Bowling Green, along with John Bowers. Joe Bornstein will be back in town, and he'll call a couple of periods of the action tomorrow for Bowling Green. So tune into that game, 6:45 for pregame, 7 p.m. for puck drop on this station, WBGU 88.1 FM. Tyler, any final thoughts before we sign out?
All I have is it's going to be a fun contest tomorrow because both these teams are going to need a win for their respective destinies that they are chasing.
You'd rather it be a boring contest if it means the orange and brown can come away with a win, though, unfortunately.
Yeah,
you're going to really have to focus on tomorrow's game, which will have implications for next week in the Mason Cup quarterfinals. Go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter X for all BGSU sports news and updates, including the recap of today's BGSU versus LSSU hockey game. BG Falcon Media YouTube channel as well for our rebroadcasts of this game and our video content, as well as the press conference from Willie or Curtis Carr. Don't know who's going to be in it today, but they'll have a press conference posted on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel in probably a few hours or possibly tomorrow morning as well. Ben Korak here with Tyler Kavelitz from the Falcon Media Sports Network. You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.